All right.
Juxtaposition of genres there.
Yeah.
I don't know what to
Party
feel.
started. Welcome to VSF Live, Vintage Science Fiction Live, and I'm joined today by the elusive exclusive book society. They started live streaming in the world, I believe, or at least on YouTube. They're the originators. We got Jacob Pulp
First
Mortem.
ever.
We got the Book Graveyard, Nick, and we got Tim there from Secret Fire Books. Then we got the tailgaters, Liminal, literally Liminal there, Chris from Liminal Spaces, and Virgil from Literally Books. And we're here to talk about why we read books, or a little bit about the influences when we were young that brought us to the stage we're at now, these full-grown book-loving men. So welcome everybody.
Manly men.
Manly man.
We're men.
Men
And-
books.
Manly men.
We're going to eventually just sort of go around and chat with each of these guys, but let's check in and see who's checking in here already. So I see we have Sephiros is with us.
What's up, Sephiros?
Up.
As
Look-
always.
Yeah. Brittleby,
Yup.
It'll be.
Revealed either most.
the crew of Short Kings are Jake for the Giant.
So this is how the Jake is tall
Ah.
talk started.
We noticed that there was a height comparison here. And they're arguing about which Godzilla.
Which Godzilla?
I'd mentioned back behind the scenes that it's clearly he's the Shin Godzilla in the early stages, where he's just like on his belly with the two little floppy legs.
No, I'm the 2000 Godzilla, the one with Matthew Broderick. That's the Godzilla.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I am. The best one.
That's a lot of fish.
The one that looks like a raptor.
Yeah.
Didn't they have babies in that one?
Yeah.
And,
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
that one sucked really
That
bad.
was awful.
Yeah, it was bad.
Hi, Jeff.
Banger soundtrack though.
Jeff, we're not singing today. At least I'm not. We're getting all the highs in. It's good to see people. And here we'll just there's a lot of conversation going on there. Just telling us that it's 8 a.m. there, midnight in Scotland. He's thinking, yep. Says Sephiros. And Brittleby is 6 p.m. Peter Dennis. I don't recognize that name. Do you guys
I don't
recognize-
either.
No,
who's
welcome.
Peter?
Welcome, Peter.
Welcome.
And I guess Sephiros thinks we got some smooth beats there in that intro music.
Did you
I
write
loved it
that
'cause-
music, Richard?
I didn't write that music.
No.
I love it because Jeff said, "Let's party," and then this like the smoothest beats known to man came in.
Goblins in the house.
What's up,
What's up,
Goblin?
Goblin?
Matthew.
Oh, that thumbnail was fantastic, Richard. Matthew's right.
It's my favorite, and really part of it is thanks to Nick there, because he
Yeah.
said, "Hey, I'll send a kid picture in if you want one," and so that's how we started to get the kid pictures involved in there.
And the funny thing was, Richard kept sending like the in progress thumbnails to us piece by piece, and so very slowly we were filling out the thumbnail. I was like, "Oh man, I can't wait to see myself."
It's a subtle way of
Andrea.
asking for more.
Yeah.
What's up?
Andrea is with us. Welcome,
Hey.
Shuffle Boil.
Well,
We're not going to bed yet. But
They're
good
leaving
evening.
tonight. Not everyone for me.
yeah,
Or maybe he's going. I don't know. That was a fast one.
Somebody shuffle.
Came for the intro. Yeah.
Wait till
Might
we
have to
start
turn down
showing
your
our
manliness
books.
on the screen.
Yeah. It's like the Predator up in here.
Ghost Riders is with us.
Another Southwesterner.
So is Brian.
What's up, Brian?
What's going on?
Book cover from Germany.
Where do the
Buchdeckel.
children play? Wait, that's a song, right? That's Cat
Or I
Stevens.
think about the thumbnail.
Hey,
Yeah.
Pat, welcome.
Hey,
Pat.
Hey.
Godzukis.
Godzuki.
I guess we're your Godzukis.
That's because I said
Yep.
they had
I'm-
kids in the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm Mama Godzilla, and you got all my little babies that took over the garden. They took over. They trashed the garden.
The
God,
Beast
that
Wing
movie
is here.
sucks.
Remind me of what his name is.
Brett.
Brett.
Boy, I'm glad Jake is here.
Yeah.
You're the only one.
Klingon princess. Hello, all. Looks like the Klingon princess knows the greeting in Vulcan. Yeah. Oh, Cloverfield. Huh?
Well, now that's just offensive.
Yeah, you know,
How dare you, sir?
poor Jake. I don't know. Maybe we should have a moratorium on jokes for Jake.
Yeah, I'm a
No,
normal.
no.
Nah.
He's got it coming to him.
What do you mean? I've been so good lately.
Thanks for joining us, Peter.
We got digital. We're just laughing and saying names right now.
Seriously.
Big
What's
Hard
up?
Books and Classics. He's on a short train ride.
Alan, yeah.
Nice.
What's up, Alan? I just watched your video about you talking about your favorite songs. It was awesome.
Oh, Levi's
there
dropped
he
in
is.
to say hi.
Just throw a quick couple of puns at us, Levi. That will hold us over for when you're gone.
We're talking about the closing to your video today about how Dr. Tim was in Redwall Abbey or something like that.
In about an hour, we need to just talk mad trash about Levi, just so when he's listening to it tomorrow, he's like, "What the heck?"
Fireball Comics.
There's a lot of
Hey.
names
Looking
here
Comics.
that
That
I'm
sounds
not familiar with.
that kind of sounds to me like it's a bookstore or something, perhaps.
Yeah.
We met Fireball at in Pulp Fest.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. You guys were talking about him. Yeah.
He does.
Get it done, Levi.
Hey.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Oh. All right. I think we're caught up here. Just the book suppository. Sounds like a pun.
No puns. Never.
That's awesome.
Great
Right.
name. That is a great name.
Hello, Alan. What's going on? Suppository.
I have some cards here because I'm going to take notes about where I stopped so that when we come back to the comments, we'll see what we got. I don't know if I'll be
Richard,
able
that's
to
so
throw everyone's
lame. Don't
comments.
take notes during
Take
the
'em.
live stream. We're here to party.
This is why Richard's the smartest of all of us.
I
He
know,
takes
but-
notes.
He's
I
got a
never know
plan.
what's going on.
All right. So what I want to try and do and see if we can figure this out here. I was going to try to get, how do I put him on the center screen? Let's see here. Banned from studio. No, I don't want to do that. Let's try this.
Man from the studio.
Oh no.
Nobody.
What's going on?
What I'm trying to do is I want to get Chris in. I think because I did that opening like that, I might have messed things up a little bit.
Just remove the opening.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
As you are all listening to me struggle here to figure this out. I was
All
thinking I could
right.
just drag you into here, but
Yeah, usually you can. You got to push the
Yeah.
one that has two little ones and then one big one, and then you slide whoever you want.
It's a great
Yeah.
description.
Now
You
I'm
know,
definitely
now we
big
have
now.
you.
There we go.
Yeah, there, this is
Now
the one
just
I
drag
want.
me. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
Right behind the duck. All right.
This is entertaining live stream.
That's right.
We're
This is
so
why
good
you
at
show up
this.
to live.
We tried to order ourselves in what I called sonority of life. And so on Monday, you got my influences in terms of why I read books. And so, believe it or not, next in sonority is Chris. And so Chris is going to tell us a little bit about his early influences in books.
I just
Go
want to
for
state for the record that Nick and myself and Virgil were all born in the same year.
Yeah.
I have to state
They were
that.
months apart.
1952.
1952.
Highlight
That's a year before my mom was born.
Hey, I think I have a duck on my head.
You do have a
highlight
duck on your-
Sephros's comment. That's what I've been laughing about this whole time. It looks like that duck.
Hey, the duck is hosting.
Seems appropriate that it should be on my face. That's good.
How was Infinite Text just said? How was the Great Depression?
Oh
guys?"
come on.
we had to save a lot of shit and reuse it. That's how it went. That's how it went. Okay, well, I'm first, and I don't know what the hell's going on, so I'm just gonna go for it here. So I guess we're talking about books that inspired us as we were coming up to be readers. And the first book that I really absolutely remember loving and having a huge influence on me is the Aesop's Fables.
Ooh.
I don't know if anybody else read this, but this version by with illustrations by Milo Winter was a huge influence on me growing up. And I've marked a little page here just to show you kind of what it was like on the inside.
Nice.
And I picked one of the more popular fables, of course, the lion and the mouse, where the mouse saves the lion. Yeah, so I grew up with lots of animal fables, and then after that, and I don't know if people are going to know this one as well, because this might have just been it couldn't have been just a Utah thing, but there was these were sold in grocery stores all over, and it's the publisher is Dean, and they were really iconic when I was growing up, at least in Utah. And this is my actual copy, as you can tell. It's had a long life.
Oh no!
But this is illustrated by Janet and Anne Graham Johnstone, who were twins. And for me, this is the other kind of iconic stuff that I read and looked at, and it kind of, I think, sparked my love of the fantastic fantasy magical realism with all these fairy tales. But these books were incredible. This is Rumpelstiltskin, a page from Rumpelstiltskin. And I mean, just I would read these over and over again, and just stare at these pictures for a really long time. And I'm going to try to go through this quickly. Oops, that came out without turning to the page I wanted, which sucked. There we go. Here's a picture from the Frog Prince, and just every bit of space on the page was used so well. I just found it absolutely incredible. This is from The White Cat, and that whole theater.
That is a great image.
This, I got to do a video on these artists. They're incredible. And last but not least is Beauty and the Beast. And for me, this is like the iconic. This is one of the artists that I feel like was really the biggest for 77 and 80 for me, at least in my household. Okay, so there's the really early stuff. Now it'll get more fun for everybody. After that, of course, I got into scary stories. Did we lose Paul Mortem forever, or is he just taking a quick break?
Looks like he hit his camera.
Yeah. I think he's still there.
He's probably going to the wine cellar. Okay.
Settle down, everybody.
He's going to the wine cellar. So, scary stories. The person I have to bring up is Alvin Schwartz, who kind of owned Scary Stories. But I'm going to start with this one.
Nice.
In a dark room. This is an I Can Read book, and this is the book that introduced me. This is my own copy that introduced me to scary stories. And my favorite in this that a lot of people will remember is The Green Ribbon.
Yeah.
And this is a story about a man that falls in love with a woman who always wears a green ribbon, and she agrees to marry him as long as he never asks her about the green ribbon, and they live a long life. And on her deathbed, he finally dares. Oh, the mosquitoes are bad this year. Terrible, man. We got this retention pond like half a block away, and the mosquitoes are just terrible. But anyway, she's on her deathbed, and he finally dares to ask her about the ribbon, and the rest is history. I'll have you guys read it yourself. But of course, the really big team up was Alvin Schwartz and Stephen Gamble with Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yep.
This was so popular, and I lived in a very small town, so we had what was called a bookmobile. I don't know if you guys had bookmobiles, but it was owned by the county, and they'd go to all these small towns, and people would line up trying to get this book. And there's a wonderful documentary, like people tried to have it banned from schools and all this kind of stuff, which you're thinking to yourself, that's stupid. But wait till you see what Stephen Gamble drew in our Scary Stories back in the day.
I remember that.
Yep.
Like Stephen Gamble did not mess around. This guy was intense. Yeah, and look at this lovely old lady with her home sweet home is serving the dead man's brains.
I love that one.
And look at that. There's like a decapitated head with the top taken off. And she's cooked up some brains like Stephen Gamble did not mess around. And the team of him and Alvin Schwartz was absolutely incredible. And that's what took me from fairy tales into scary tales. And then, of course, Stephen King is the jump I made that took me to adult fiction, and I fell in love with King. And then I have, of course, that led me to Poe and all the other Lovecraft and Dean Koontz and all that other stuff were huge for me. And then I have one more thing I wanted to talk about, and then I'll get off your screen and let somebody else go. And that is book set by Piers Anthony called The Incarnations of Immortality. Michael Whelan did the covers for these. And I don't know if anybody else read these. I was like, Richard did. Okay.
The duck has. Yeah.
Duck has. Quack.
And Virgil.
That's what she did.
I've read the first one at least for sure.
Yeah.
Just two of them I have.
And I actually started like a weirdo with the third one. But I was all another Michael Whelan there. I was all into horror. Like I was like hyper focused on horror. And I went to an English class and I met one of my buddies there. And he was reading this and he had just finished this book and he's like, you got to check this out. And I read this one. He just lent it to me. And I read this one and I fell in love with the main character and all the stuff you do when you're a teenage boy reading literature. But the concept of this is really brilliant and kind of early in, and eventually I want to do like I did with the Dream Machine. I want to do kind of tracking down this trope. But anyway, the concept of this is that the Greek myths run kind of the afterlife. Well, it's not only the Greek myths, there's also heaven and hell. But anyway, these old gods kind of run the afterlife, but their positions, not gods. Like mortals take on these positions, and there's these really strange rules as to how you get these positions. So in the first one, which a lot of people probably did read, there's a guy, I think his name is Zane. He's tired of his life. He decides to off himself, and right before he pulls the trigger, suddenly there's somebody in the room with him and it freaks him out and he turns the gun and shoots them, and it turns out it's Death. And the way that you take over Death's job is by murdering Death as he comes for you. And each of these have different ways that you take over the gods' positions. And this one was the first one I read, and my favorite. Is super crazy because this is about fates. And the fates, of course, are three women: a young woman, a middle-aged woman, and an old woman. In this case, Piers Anthony had them all inhabit one body. So three people have to share one body that's constantly shifting between the ages. Really, really brilliant stuff. I tried to reread it recently. I quit very quickly because I wanted to still have good memories of this. It's not something that I think would instantly would. I don't know if it slaps, as somebody said, as hard as it did back then. But yeah, it was the first time that I was introduced to this idea of looking at the gods or mythology in such a unique way. And I absolutely loved it. It got me into fantasy. I moved on from there to Mary Stewart's Merlin stuff. And yeah, that's about all I had to talk about.
Well, you can go. See you later, Chris.
Bye.
Oh, it looks like you moved over in the batting order now too.
Oh yeah, we've changed positions.
Positions. The tiles are sliding around.
No, jeez.
I saw Tim nodding his head a lot when you were talking about some of those books.
I mean, I've read reprints of a bunch of those, so especially the Alan Schwartz collections. I love when he would compile ghost stories and stuff.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't bring it on here. It reminded me of when you were showing those fairy tale books, was something that I read a lot as a kid and really enjoyed, was these like children's books for Bible stories.
Oh yeah, I almost brought one. I had one. I had those.
I read those and I loved them. They were so good. I don't know what it was. I mean, it seems like you'd be like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, no, they were really good. They were really good presentation of those stories. With some just really memorable images to me. So I was, so it kind of reminded me that like, oh, that would have been cool. I don't have them. Of course, those books were, I'm sure they were colored in by my sisters or something or whatever. Who knows where they are now, gone. But I just really remember.
On a very side note to that, Jake, I was thinking about texting you and saying, should we have a bet about when Chris would get out of his chair?
Right away.
He's just going to go find books.
Exactly. I love it.
He held out pretty long. How long are we going? 21 minutes? Yeah, this is the longest he's ever lasted.
There we go. We got him. We were just waiting for you.
It was very quiet. It was very quiet when I came back. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I grew up. Awesome. I grew up on all that stuff as well.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of fun memories of them, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also do. I mean, yeah, it was big when we were a kid, and so much wonderful art in those as well.
Yeah. I grew up with a set of Bible storybooks too, and it was a different set than that, but I remember those very, very well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's take a look at some of the comments here. I think that was about this multilingual. I guess I should see if these are really appropriate to come on here before I do this, but that's not
the
bad.
in-law Levi Wallace.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Tetris. Oh, I guess that's when I was shifting around everybody, trying to find a way of this working here. And Sephra said, realized that I had become the duck. I had morphed. Digital collection, the DAW collection behind you there, Chris.
Friday.
Who has more DAWs?
Between me and Jake?
Yeah.
I think I do.
I don't know. I'm sure you do. I have a lot, but I don't have that many.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it on Friday. So Jake agreed in like 3 minutes before this started that he's going to come live with me Friday. We're going to talk about DAWs.
I got to go find them all. They're all. I have shelves circling my room.
We'll have to count.
We were talking about that earlier, joke. And let's see, Weird Tales were in great condition back then, though. When we were talking about
the Great Depression
in 1952. And when you were showing those books there at the beginning, there's a number of people who remember those. There's one here who had said, Peter had said that it reminded him of someone coloring in Edward Gorey, the first one that you showed.
Yeah.
Jack has joined us.
What's up, Jack?
What's up?
It's got to be about midnight where Jack is.
He doesn't sleep.
There you go.
Virgil's the real vampire, though.
Yeah, really. This is like
all right. I threw some of these up while you were talking about them. And let's see. There's some people saying hello to each other. We've got Tau Zero. Keith is in the house.
Keith, he's your neighbor up there, Richard.
He is. Just two provinces over.
I was going to say 2 blocks away, but yeah.
They're pretty long blocks. He's in Alberta, Calgary, Alberta.
It's a big country, Jake. Come on.
For the rest of the stream.
That might be true. That might be true.
We could do a thing to see how many books Chris could go grab. like take bets. Like, how many books do you think he's gonna be able to pick up?
So when Virgil talks next, we'll see how many of those books he has.
Mm-hmm. That's right. It's true. There you go. He probably would have all of them. Maybe.
Yeah. So, Chris, before we let you off the hook, was school, libraries, librarians, teachers, any parents? Who's big influence there for?
I remember the lady from the bookmobile.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. She was awesome. She was really awesome. But I would. There's a library when we moved down here. There was a library, and they let me, because when I first moved here, I was like 10 when I first moved to New Mexico, and I was interested in kind of local folklore, La Llorona and stuff like that. And I would go to we lived very within walking distance of a library here, and the lady would let me go downstairs or the non-public area, and they had all these kind of typed up manuscripts and stuff that people had donated to the library, and she'd let me look through all those. Also, I don't know if you guys remember those old Time Life occult books. I would go to the library and read those cover to cover when I was a kid, man. Those things were so cool. Yeah. Librarians, seriously, they're the best. Yeah, mine is mostly librarians, I think. Yeah.
That reminds me, I think I'm just going to put my phone on silent.
I keep trying to set it up because I keep going dark, and then I knock it over, and then it starts playing music.
You're using your phone for your light?
Yeah, because it just keeps going dark. I don't
That's
know.
a
what the
good
problem is.
freaking idea.
No, it's
Did it?
not.
I thought
No,
Jake
it's
told me
not.
to do it before it started.
That's a horrible idea. You should use the phone. They make lights that are really cheap.
They're not working. They're not
You have to put
working.
them on your floor, not your desk.
I'm getting stressed. It's not even my turn yet.
Ghost Reader. Yeah, it is Ghost Reader.
Yeah, Ghost
That's
Readers in
fun.
the Sky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his last
this
point
is
there is
often
scary
very,
too.
very European.
It's
Yeah.
it's nice to see some of the movies that are coming out are starting to recognize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
his
I love the old
heritage.
Renaissance paintings where little baby Jesus is very white, very blonde, very blue-eyed. It's just
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
And some of those old Renaissance paintings, they make them very long. Like if you look at pictures of the Virgin Mary, like the babies are weirdly long. It's
Like
so
this.
strange.
just like a small, like grown-sized man.
Yeah, it's weird. Oh yeah. Oh, Roald Dahl. There's so many that I've missed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many we could talk. Roald Dahl is awesome.
My
His
kids
books have
loved his
some great
books.
illustrations.
Yeah.
And what was the name of the illustrator who did a lot of Roald Dahl's books? Someone will probably chuck it in, or Quincy or Quince, something
Fantastic,
like that.
Mr.
Oh, what
Fox.
is
I
his
love that
name?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I know what you're talking about,
Q-U- Yeah, Conan the Librarian.
Do you know the Dewey Decimal System?
Thank you. I wasn't going to do that one.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the next.
Tell me about that one because I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, I don't know that one. Sorry. I was
It's,
talking.
it's Jesus.
What
It's Jesus's name more
Oh.
accurately.
accurately in Hebrew?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
That's the one I was saying
Okay.
about. Sorry.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I remember the Scholastic Book Club. Yeah.
Yes, they had them in Canada too. We loved them coming in. That was a time that you could say, "Come on, mom and dad, it's about reading,
Right.
Oh yeah.
Books are good."
Then you got a bunch of pencils and erasers with weird little animals on them or something. Wait a minute.
Got some of the fairy tales here.
But I don't know what any of that means. Oh, Dirty Beasts is amazing. Little Red Riding Hood kicks ass. He'll have to explain that more later.
Yeah, perhaps. Okay, let's see where. Oh, here's the artist, Quentin Blake.
That's what his name was. Yeah,
Thank you, Ryan.
yeah
That's
great
right.
illustrator.
Oh, so apparently Joseph, it means Jesus, son of Joseph.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Rosemary Fawcett was the one I remember.
As the artist, perhaps for the
Oh, yeah.
Roald Dahl books, I'm guessing.
Oh, you skipped the Canadian one from Andrea.
Oh, we got. I didn't know if you guys could translate that dialect.
It's hard. It's difficult.
I couldn't until I watched Strange Brew, and now I got it. I'm
Ah,
like,
okay.
Bookmarks. I remember buying bookmarks. That's so true. At the
Yeah.
Scholastic Book
Ghost
Fairs.
Oh, yeah. Goosebumps.
That's where everybody got goosebumps. Yeah.
I assume somebody younger is going to talk about Goosebumps.
Yeah. We'll see.
All
right.
Jeopardy. Yeah, crush it.
I guess he's
we'll,
older than me.
we'll still be going, I'm
Here
sure.
we go. We still be going.
All right. Got to make my note here. We'll come back to Paperback Warrior later.
Virgil and Richard and I have done this for 7 hours in one sitting.
Right.
We're fine.
Took a short bathroom break and a snack break and came
Yep.
right back.
That's
our
right.
Guinness World Book of Records entry. Oh. Guinness World Book of Records. Oh, picked the wrong one again. Whew. How am I gonna get there? There we go.
Thank you, Chris. Go.
When I was young,
Now everybody name a book
around
and Chris
again.
will see if he has it. That's the game.
It's good that I get to be the duck and not you guys.
all right.
I try to make the duck drink his coffee too. You know, like there we go.
Oh, there's a whole thing going on up in the corner.
That is awesome.
There's no better entertainment to watch on a Wednesday night than this right here. Intended to feed to give drinks to ducks. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
All right, Virgil, let's hear your story.
Okay. Well, I like to read, and so anyway, so I would read like these like Bible story books and stuff like that. But the first book I really like thought about that I remember, probably the earliest one that was a big deal for me that I read a lot, was The Hobbit. I don't have the original version that I would read, but I remember reading this. I read it over and over. I did, and also it kind of relates to an interesting story that I figured out in like 3rd or 4th grade, that like if I was reading in class, that I didn't have to pay attention. Because the teacher said, like, "Oh, you're reading. It's okay. You can just keep reading. We'll just talk about this." And I was like, "Oh, this is a great ruse." So I'll just keep reading. It was great. Yep. I didn't have that version. I probably had an old paperback. And then later, when my youngest sister was probably 8 or something like that, and she was bored, I would just read her that story. I'm like, "Well, this is something you'll probably like," and I liked it, so I would read that to her to keep her entertained if she was bored. So there's kind of some cool memories about it. It was just a really neat, for me, it was always like this really great experience. I'd seen the cartoon and it was like, got me interested in reading the book, and I read that. I don't have the one that I've talked about before with this little, I have it. I just have no idea where it is. This tiny little book about this big of like Poe stories, kind of like, I guess they're cut down a bit for a younger audience, and I really like that.
Was it a little?
That was a big deal.
Was it a little paperback, and then there would be writing on one side and a picture on every other side?
It was a little paperback, very, very small. It had a lot of illustrations in it, but I don't think every other page was one.
Okay.
Very cheap. It was something like you get off of a rack at the grocery store or something.
Yeah.
I found it again not recently, but not too long ago, and I picked it up, and I know I still have it. But I don't know where it is.
I think I remember those in the Safeway, and yeah.
This one was like a purple cover or something. Yeah. So that was a big deal. Like I remember reading that and then reading it over and over and over. So that was a big deal for me when I really thought like, wow, I didn't know you could do this kind of stuff in a story. Like I love that the first thing I read was the Telltale Heart, and this guy's like, "I'm not crazy," and then as you read the story, you're like, "This guy is really crazy."
Yeah.
Like way crazy. And I just loved the whole vibe of that story. I still think it's so good, so brilliant. So that got me to pursue that stuff. Another thing that was really a big deal for me when I was younger, although this is not I gave away the original copy I had and found a hardback copy, was Edith Hamilton's Mythology, of all things. I never read it cover to cover, but I was always in this reading bits of myth or something like that. It has some great little interior illustrations as well.
I have that one, but it's just like yours. I'm not getting up.
Yeah. And I just loved it. It was just so good. And it had, I think the back of the one that I had, this has it too, has just like, the index just has all these terms, but it also gets you like, oh, what is this weird? What is this about? And then I flip to that page and just read like that entry that was in the index just randomly. So I never read it cover to cover, but I would read it like piecemeal, and I just like really enjoyed it. I spent a lot of time doing that. The other thing I read a lot when I was younger, which I have nothing to show, but I read a ton of the National Enquirer. And that might sound crazy, but I read the hell out of that stuff because it always had weird animals, like two-headed snakes. Some guy who had a pet alligator and he showered with it or something.
This explains so much.
And and I would cut all these out. And I actually scrapbooked them, and I didn't even know what that was. I just wanted to do it. I had books of these like little cool, like weird animals. Oh my God. I wish I still had it. It was so much fun. I would read that stuff and was like, oh, look, this snake's got 3 heads. And there's a picture of it. It was
Bat Boy.
Yeah, Bat Boy is the one I remember. Yes, exactly. I had that up on my wall for a long time.
Just loved it. It was just so good. So that was the thing. It was kept me interested in the weird stuff. We took a trip to, I don't remember where we took a trip when I was a kid, and on the road somewhere I picked up this we could read while we drove, because my dad had bought a Suburban, and essentially it was like he put carpet in the back, so we, this is before you had to wear a seatbelt, so we would literally just sit in the back and like sleep back there or whatever, and you could read. And so I got this Jack London comic of Call of the Wild, and then it eventually got me to read that, and I really like Jack London. I remember zero about the Call of the Wild. I haven't read it in so long, but I read the hell out of it. I read all the Call of the Wild and White Fang. I love those, like those adventure stories that he would write. They were so good. And then now that kind of folded into, my parents both like to read, but I don't know that I ever really got, maybe The Hobbit was maybe the only thing I directly got from my parents I can think of. And they got me obviously that Poe book. But we always had like paperbacks laying around, and I don't have the one that I read, but there was a lot of these World's Best Annual.
Oh, nice.
And I would just, whenever I was bored, like if I couldn't sleep, my solution, it still is a thing. If I have a difficulty sleeping, my solution is still to get out of bed and go get a collection of short stories and read a short story. And I would do that all the time. If I was like, I'm not really, I'd wake up at a weird time or have a bad dream, I'd go read a short story or something. I read so many sci-fi short stories that I cannot remember anything about who the writer was, or have no reference. I just remember reading them. So I'm always like, I might have read this guy before, but I don't know. But it was great. And actually that George R.R. Martin story that I talked about not too long ago was one of those stories that I read and really remembered. It was really cool to go back and see. It was actually really great. Then it was sort of exploring the public library, and the one to me where I went from like being somebody who really liked to read and read some stuff to really getting interested in science fiction was when I read Ender's Game, because this book blew me away. I still can't believe how good this book is, and its sequel, Speaker for the Dead. My goodness. And it's so shocking too. If you've never read Ender's Game, of course the movie kind of gives some of it away, but I remember being like literally almost gasping at certain parts of that book when things happen, just like, oh my goodness, I'm like, what happened? Oh, and then the ending, of course, is amazing. And then, of course, the sequel, Speaker for the Dead, is a very different book, but I think it's also just like a masterpiece. So huge hearts for Ender's Game, and it's 2 sequels. I've never read it past those first 3 books, but just love that stuff. Lots of other stuff I could talk about, without and hog the spotlight here. How I love Lloyd Alexander, the Haunted Squirrel book. That's right. The Curse of the Were Squirrel. I don't think I have that. I don't think I have that handy, but that was a great one that my parents had got me. Read Lloyd Alexander, the Pride and Chronicles, the Black Cauldron, that stuff was great. Love that stuff. And then tried to do there was a thing in high school where they wanted you to pick a writer, and that was the writer I picked. And then they told me after everyone else had picked that I couldn't pick that writer for the list. And so I'm like, well, you got to pick somebody. So then I was forced to read this guy, Robert Silverberg. And I'm like, who is this? I literally was. It was like everyone else, like everyone, not just that class, but in English, like, was it English 3 or something? Everyone else had picked through the list. It was just like, there was like just the dregs, supposedly, right? It was like, well, I got Silverberg. Who's this guy? And yeah, I read Night Wings and Lord Valentine's Castle. There's Lord Valentine's Castle, but loved that. Was really great. And then to be honest, though, the real standout star, the thing that like was just like, I read this book and it kind of like said, okay, everything else that I've read before was really good, but this one is the best. And I still think that is Gene Wolfe Shadow of the Torturer, the Book of the New Sun series. Even now, Chris and I are rereading this, still holds that spot. Still my absolute favorite. I'm so fortunate that I found it. It really, there's a talk about in these books about this book of gold, and even at the end of this fourth book, it's talking about the story might be a book of gold for you, and it really is. And it's a book I revisited a few times and always get more out of it, and I've gotten so much out of it this time talking with Chris. Just absolutely love this stuff, and really, I mean, it got me to the point where I just buy anything with Gene Wolfe's name on it. People where I have like multiple copies of certain books and I just dole them out. I think I have I don't know if I still do, but I used to have 5 or 6 copies of Book of the New Sun. Just I see it and I grab it, and then I stopped and I'm like, wait a minute, if I buy them all up, then nobody else can read this stuff. So I need to stop doing that.
Corner the market.
Really. So that's the long and the short of it, I guess.
Was that Shadow of the Torture a Timescape edition?
Yes.
That's
I
funny.
found this one at I found this at a V Stock, which is sort of like a video game like sale, sales type thing. It's not what I originally read. I sent my original Orbit copies. So it had the first 2 books in one volume, Shadow and Claw, and then Sword and Citadel, the second 2 in a volume. I sent those to Brian because I have this, and then I have the really nice luxury copies. Ugh. Now I'm going to act like Chris for a second.
Yeah. Timescape.
Oh,
I got really nice,
Gosh,
expensive copies from, who is this from?
Centipede?
Folio Society.
Folio.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
those are nice. I thought, well, if I'm ever going to have an excuse to buy a really expensive book, it can be my favorite book. Okay. I'll give myself that one out.
Yeah,
I'm a sucker for
Timescape.
those folios.
Timescape was the first to do any of them. This is a Timescape hardback.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were the first to release this at all.
It's pretty cool.
somehow I don't think there'll be a Folio Society Ace Double or something like that, though.
That'd be
We can
interesting.
only hope.
Yeah.
Folio's a little pricey. They're
It is a little pricey.
They're a little dear. Subterranean Press is also really nice, and they're not nearly as crazy as Folio Society.
Yeah. Folios are an investment, though. Let's send my kids to college through those folios.
Matthew has a good question for you, Virgil.
Here it.
Okay. You know what? I'm up high. So let's see here. Matthew, here we go.
I have read The Long Sun and absolutely love it. Book of the New Sun is my favorite series or book. I would say favorite book. But one of my favorite characters is Patriot Silk from The Long Sun. One of my all-time favorites. I read that series a long time ago, so I'm interested in revisiting it. But I really do feel it's going to hold up. I mean, I think that character is great. If somebody doesn't know, Patriot Silk is a priest, right? In that series, and so he's in the first book in that series. He's his church is in danger of being sold off, and so he's trying to secure it, to keep that from happening. For this sort of, it's kind of like an inner city church. You can think about it like that. And he's trying to keep that from being sold off. Just such a damn good book. I have read the Short Sun series. I've read the first 2 books, and something happened, and I got distracted, didn't get to the 3rd book, so I need to revisit all of them. But those are a mind bend, and I loved it.
One of the things you were talking about there was whether a book would hold up. That's kind of nostalgia, right? Do some of the things that you have a fond place for in your heart, can it hold up to rereading as an adult a number of years since you've read it? I don't know what some of your experiences were, but mine were a little bit of hit and miss.
Yeah. Not mentioned was something I read a ton of was the Dragonlance Chronicles by Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman. Those first 3 books, read the hell of them. I don't know if they would stand up to me now, but
It's okay, Nick. Calm down.
It's like the Piers,
but I loved them. They will always be important to me because they were huge, huge, huge when I was a kid.
yeah, it's like the Piers Anthony. I started trying to reread that, and I was like, no, I want to remember these how I remember them, because they just don't hold up well.
And they weren't written for me as an adult. They were written for that teenage version of me, and that was perfect. It was perfect at that time. And they've gone. I know that they're good writers because I've read their Deathgate stuff, and I like that. And I believe Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman, aren't they the ones responsible for Ravenloft? They came up. I think they were the creators of Ravenloft.
I can't remember.
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Tracy. Somebody else could probably correct me, but I'm pretty sure they were because they had like an annual Halloween game where they would play like a one night Halloween game, and they would maybe it was the Hickmans that did it. Maybe it was maybe not Margaret Weiss with the Hickmans.
I liked
makes sense,
Ravenloft.
Yeah.
I never read any of the books, but Ravenloft was my favorite campaign to play in.
Yeah.
All that horror, Strahd, and all that.
Oh yeah, that was definitely Hickman. I think Margaret Weiss was involved in that too, but I could be corrected there.
Wow.
I'm going to go backwards in time here. A lot of people like their Scholastic books, stretched their $10 as far as it could.
Yeah.
I didn't either. People, we know it was in Scotland, Canada, America.
Oh, really? It was outside of the North
Sephiroth,
America?
yeah, Sephiroth said it was in Scotland too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Today, my brother and I, this sounds like the skit with Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Yep.
If anyone knows that skit.
The cop that drank this beer and he puked and he said we can come here and get free beer.
Hey, we know it, hoser.
Yeah.
Take off.
I don't know how this all of a sudden became a Canadian science fiction, but that's fine.
I don't remember Dynamite. We had Highlights. Highlights was the magazine I had
Oh, yes, Highlights,
a subscription to.
Yeah.
Dynamite sounds familiar though.
That's my new nickname, Vintage Duck.
Noise.
Not sure what that
Sorry.
reference is.
What you
Strange
were just
brew.
talking about.
That's
Oh,
that was
okay.
their scam to get free beer.
Yeah.
The mouth
Oh,
of the
that's
beer
right,
bottle.
sorry.
I'm not
You had
saying
to
it's
pay
the best
attention to the
movie,
comments.
but it's
No, it's pretty good.
pretty dang good.
It's pretty damn good. I mean, when you got a flying dog at the end of your movie, I mean, it's pretty damn good.
Dynamite, not as big as Scholastic.
No, didn't make it to Scotland, but Klingon Princess is happy to realize that they weren't imagining things. And he says he's done his good deed for the day. It was like Teen Beat. I remember Teen Beat, unfortunately.
Look at this. We got Scott Bow, 1999 Godzilla. Boy,
Yeah.
if you got those two on your bingo card, you gotta.
Dang.
Poe led me to Lovecraft as well.
Yeah.
That's how I
Dynamite.
felt with my friends.
There was a sitcom where one of the characters went dynamite.
Yeah.
Uh,
Jimmy Walker.
Jimmy, yes, yeah.
Like Jimmy Walker. I'm Dynamite. I only know that because of the Beastie Boys.
All right, I'm just going to scan. I think we talked about some of the other comments here. People like Ender's Game. Go ahead.
No, I'm reading ahead. You go ahead.
And
You'll get
the
there.
Postman, that was David Brin, I believe, if I remember right. And it came out as a movie as well.
Mm-hmm.
Post-apocalyptic future with a guy who decides to try to deliver the mail from a mailbag.
That's a great idea. He's still trying to get the mail going in the end of the world.
It's just kind of his mission just to deliver the mail that he finds in this one mailbag.
Freaking
That's
awesome
the way I remember it.
concept, man.
Yeah. He's off 1 a.m. there. Let's see.
Who's Science Fiction Book Club?
I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
love the icon.
That's
Exactly.
a great icon. This is
That's the
somebody
science-
we should know.
That's the Star Wars lettering, isn't it?
I'm gonna have to come back and click on that and see if I can find a channel.
Yeah.
Writing it down.
Yeah. I thought you were giving Richard shit for taking notes earlier.
Yeah.
I'm learning from the master.
All right.
I want to be better.
Double the. Now I'm thinking of double mint gum. All right.
Gum.
All right. let's see
Look
what
at
else
these
we got.
doubles. Can you imagine? They're still like the
My
same
God, that'd be so
size.
expensive. $150 for what?
They're talking about the Postman movie here, a number of people. It's not a classic.
No.
I'm not sure if I would recommend it.
It's a great idea.
And let's see. I'm just scrolling here. Talk amongst yourself.
I would
Someone did
recommend
say- someone did say
Waterworld
that it
over
was,
Cost.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't seen Waterworld, but I've heard it's one of the greatest movies ever made.
I like Waterworld.
I do.
I do too. I don't see what was wrong with it other than Kevin Costner's in it.
Kevin Costner.
Oh.
I'll have to watch it. Hey,
He's traveled through time. He's here.
Captain Infinity.
New emblem. I love it.
Yeah, Kevin Costner can act. He just chose not to act in Waterworld for some reason.
He chose that.
Oh,
Is that True Land is not a myth? I've seen it. I only know that from the Cable Guy movie. He
Oh, very
quotes
cool.
Waterworld, and I
I can
think
see
Nick
you
he
gotta watch
says. I think Nick he literally says, "I loved that movie. I don't know what the big deal was and about it as well." So
I'm with you,
Me-
Klingon Princess. I read these, but I read these only
Oh,
like
yeah.
the last year.
me too.
But those are great books.
Great
They are
books.
great. That's
I have to get to
awesome.
the rest of them. I read the first one though; it's fantastic.
First one's good. The second one is so weird, dude. And then the third one is like the first one, but that second one is my favorite. Claustrophobic, underground, weird, and the lead in the first one is like a bit player in the second one.
Yeah.
A lot of people have a hard time getting through the second one. The second one was my favorite. So weird.
Yeah, you should almost think of it. It'd be better to approach it from like a standalone position, like
Yeah.
it's like in the same universe, not as a sequel.
Yeah. Really, truly, the sequel is the third one. That second
okay.
one is just a really good time in the same world.
And they somewhat stand alone, those first two. They don't have to be
No.
read in order.
No.
That's true.
Yeah. So
I've
this
gotta
was
read
the Good Times was the name of that TV show that
Oh,
we heard
Dynamite.
Jimmy Walker say
Yeah.
Dynamite. Yeah.
Good times.
Oh, I forgot that Dennis Hopper was in Waterworld.
Yes, yes, he is.
Never forget. He's the best part of
Never
Waterworld.
forget.
Here's a good double feature, apparently.
Oh no!
Fantastic.
I'm not sure who Bill Hicks is, but
Isn't he a
Comedian.
comedian?
oh,
He's a
Yeah,
big
never mind.
comedian. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
like
Bill Hicks is
Dennis
hilarious.
Leary before Dennis Leary.
Yeah.
All right, we're almost up to here. Let's see.
And someone did say that it was Tracy Hickman that did Ravenloft.
So many people are on a train.
Yeah.
Like I don't hear that often. This is the first live stream I've
Not
ever
a
heard.
train.
I'm on a train right now, and 2 freaking people are saying it.
You're on
That's
a
like-
train. That's the only way to watch this video.
Yeah, that's
If you're not on
right.
a train, go find one.
Chugga chugga choo choo.
That's
It's
right.
like 1 a.m. too.
I think you can. I think you can.
Gareth might be coming off of a gig or something though too. He's a
That's true.
musician. Yeah.
He might have been rocking hard.
What was that?
Was your first one the first Lord of the Ring book?
Second books. I think she's referring to
Oh,
how much I
just in
love
general.
the
Yeah.
Earthsea. The second book is my favorite.
Right.
Also Empire. I
yeah.
know that's not books, but
Right?
holy crap,
Mike.
Mike!
I
What
know.
the
Welcome,
hell?
Mike, how's it going?
Wow! If you're still on here, Mike, you were the first booktuber I ever watched. I didn't even know book was
Yeah,
a
same.
thing. Straight up, I was like into watching Stephen King talk about his books because I was coming back into reading and I wanted to read Stephen King again. And I watched all these interviews with Stephen King, and then one of Mike's videos came up, and it was just this dude talking about Stephen King, and I fell in love with it, and that's what got me into BookTube entirely, man. Thank you for watching. Wow.
Yeah,
little
that's awesome.
little star shook here. That's great.
Yeah,
Not
that's pretty-
starstruck. Star
No,
shook.
Star
That's
shook.
even worse.
I'm
That's the next
shook
level.
up.
Star shook.
First
you get
shook,
that looked
then you
at.
shook.
Yeah. Wow. Cool.
No, it was super cool. Awesome. to
New
see, Mike.
catchphrases. Incredible.
Star shook. I think
Wow.
that's a Gen
Star
Z
shook.
thing, right? Star shook.
That's Chris's new novel he's going to be writing.
Star shook.
Star shook.
User unfriendly. Loves
Oh yeah.
Dune Foundation. Guns of Avalon.
Guns of
That's
Avalon's good.
These are all
Wellesley,
seconds.
right?
These
Yeah.
are all
These are all
seconds.
seconds.
Yeah,
the
these
second
are all
book in the series.
seconds.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Second in the Dunes, second in Foundation, and second in the Amber Chronicles.
American Alberta, Wisconsin.
I'm not sure about that. I've been to both. There's a lot more mountains in Alberta than there is in Wisconsin.
I
All right.
unfortunately only know generic things about Wisconsin.
Yeah, I know
Cheese.
Exactly.
There we go.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all.
All right,
Everybody
that's where
be
we'll stop
cool.
right
He's
there. I
gonna-
think.
Whenever I wasn't sure how to do a video, I'd be like, let me see what Mike was doing.
Seriously,
I'm
Mike,
like at least I could be, I could try.
Mike made a
imitate that, right?
video when like my channel was probably 6 or 7 months old. He made a video talking about how to respond to comments that are negative, that are crappy. And he said, just don't respond to them. And I mean, there's so much that I learned from Mike. That is really cool.
Yeah, and you told me that, and I was like, that's excellent advice. And I often think of that same exact advice.
Yeah.
So it's pretty awesome.
Don't
Not that I
feed
get
the
that many bad
trolls.
comments, but it is something you
Don't
think
feed the
about.
trolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's such simple and excellent advice.
Unless
look
you're
at
hurting
that.
for content, then feed them.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Then
right.
You can just stir the pot.
Look at Brittleby's comment. That's cool.
Let's see here.
No, shut up, Brittleby.
Why, oddly enough, Tim's a big star.
He is a big star.
No.
Well, let's just show a couple more here, but then we want to get to Nick. I want to hear Nick's story.
You.
Starstruck, awesome graphic novel. I don't think I've read that one. Anyone read
I
Starstruck?
don't know.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
Wait a minute. Is he gonna is he making this up for Chris?
He might be.
You think so?
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
he might be.
Oh, it was Starstruck. Starstruck.
I forgot what I said now.
Who you say
It
Star
doesn't matter.
Shook?
Star shook.
Oh yeah, you Star Shook. I'm sorry.
Kept thinking Star woke. I forgot what I
Hang out,
said.
2022. Star Woke.
Star woke. Air of seeing fire. I don't know that one. Anybody?
I recognize the names. I can't think of the book though.
I think I
book in
have
what
them.
series?
Air. Yeah, I'm not sure about that either.
All right,
It's got a girl coming out of the water, I think.
Nick the Man.
Oh.
I don't know a lot of what you guys are talking about. I'm just going to put that out there.
Tell us
None of it.
something new.
I don't know anything.
What's your
That's
shirt,
very-
Nick?
That's what?
What's your shirt? Cincinnati. Oh, it's the Reds.
Cincinnati Reds.
It's the Cincinnati Reds.
Cincinnati Reds.
Oh,
Nick
Okay.
is actually too cool to be streaming with us.
It's true.
Anyway, the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, I never saw that book in my life. And then social media started happening, and everyone my age was like, oh my God, the book with the clown. Never seen it.
Huh.
It blows my mind when people talk about it.
Wow.
Like, I've never seen anyone, I never heard anyone talk about it. None of my friends or whatever.
I wonder if it was regional.
I figure it would be in Ohio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
I
we
don't
had it in Missouri, so
So yeah, I was I think the first books that I was obsessed with were the Garfield comic book collection.
Heck yeah. I read some of those.
Yes.
I read some of
Thank
those.
you.
Yeah, that's right. Ohio doesn't get culture. Yeah,
Brian's
so
in an airport doing that.
so I got the I was like people in Cincinnati read. Yeah.
Oh man,
Oh my
this
god.
these are the things I'm supposed to be ignoring, right?
Let's go back
Calvin
to
and Hobbes. I
Canada.
read that.
Put it back to Canada, people. Well, damn it, I went dark again. Okay,
I don't
where
know.
are we
What,
at?
you've got a crazy
All
life
right,
you're
situation
So
going.
yeah, I was obsessed with the Garfield books, and then it became the Far Side, which was like
Yes.
Oh,
much better. It was
Far Side's great.
smart, witty,
Calvin and
intelligent.
Hobbes.
Calvin and Hobbes.
I was never into Calvin and Hobbes. I
Oh.
didn't get it. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Nope,
Sorry
it's
to
all
let you down already.
Ohio.
No, I was.
Oh.
I'm with you. You said
I
Garfield,
was
you got me.
down all over.
Mondays,
then-
am I right?
And then I right, stupid. Yeah, Garfield sucks now. When I go back, I was like, why did I like this? This is dumb. Far Side is awesome.
Yeah.
And then I read, and then I think I was into the Choose Your Own Adventure books. And more specifically, I had these Indiana Jones versions of them.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And this one was the first one I was like obsessed with because it was like a horror, Indiana Jones horror crossover,
Ooh.
right?
Awesome.
So I had another one of those. And these are written by that Goosebumps guy, R.L. Stein.
Oh, sweet.
Mhm.
Yeah, Brian knows. Right when
Yeah,
you
I
said
know
that.
Brian knows.
He said R.L. Stein.
I'm sure Brian knows.
I have a G.I. Joe Choose Your Own Adventure around here somewhere.
Oh,
I love those.
I never saw those.
Yeah.
So then I wasn't really into reading too much. And then I met some kids that played D&D, and then even though Virgil stole my thunder,
No, I don't still.
they got the Dragonlance Chronicles there.
Oh, nice.
See, I must have known. That's why I didn't find my copies.
This is the ones that I read at the time.
Mm.
The covers, which I only have the second one now.
Yeah, the Larry Elmore covers.
Different versions.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was like a true obsession. And this is when I was like really became a book reader. I really loved it. And I read them all, like anything that had to do with the Dragonlance at that time. So that's probably like, I don't know, 1990 maybe, something like that. So all of the twin stories and how they met and the heroes and anything that had to do with the world of Kryn, I was all about it. There was a bookstore that was in the strip mall, and I used to ride my bike. I mean, it's almost like a Stranger Things. You can just picture it, riding it through the neighborhood, and then in between these houses, there was this path, and it would go through this field, this cornfield. Remember, because we're in Ohio. I had to ride through this. It gets even more hick. Hold on a second. So I gotta ride my bike through this field and into this strip mall, and there's this little tiny bookstore, like someone's dream, right? They're like, I'm gonna create my own bookstore. It's gonna be so awesome. And they had like 4 shelves, like it had like almost nothing. But I would go up there, and they had Dragonlance books, and I would buy them with. I think I worked at the OWA or whatever the hoodlums do in school, where you work during your lunch so you have money, you know. So I gave up my lunch, and I would work at the other cafeterias, like the elementary.
Is that a
cafeteria.
thing? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then
We all read Bible stories when we were kids. We were
Yeah, we read Bible stories. Yeah, of course we were thinking about D&D. I was, but I was reading the Bible stories.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Jesus, take care of this dragon.
No Bible stories for me. So yeah, I would go up to this store, and I'd buy one book, and then I would go home, read it, come back 2 weeks later, whatever, kid time frame. And I was thinking about it today. I was like, man, I probably made that little bookshop owner's day, like riding up on my bicycle, like, do you have any more Dragonlance? I'm sure that it lasted for like 6 months or something. Who knows?
Oh.
But I was just keeping it alive with my Dragonlance.
It's awesome.
And then I went, I think I went by one day to go up to the field, and you weren't allowed to go in there anymore, and they were burning sections of the field because someone was growing marijuana there. I was riding my bicycle through someone's marijuana patch.
Awesome.
And that's how Nick was introduced to something wholly different.
That's another story.
That's why the Dragonlance books were so good.
Yeah, right. I can picture it. I can picture the world of Kryn. And then I think taking it up to we're 19, and then I found H.P. Lovecraft, and then I was obsessed with that, and then I got into the occult, and I bought an Aleister Crowley book, The Book of Lies, and it was a poetry book, and so I started writing poetry after Aleister Crowley. I was really inspired by it, and then one of my friends that I was in a band with was like, "Oh, you like." Because I would write all the lyrics for the band, even though I was the drummer, and she was the singer. So she was like, I think you'll really like this. She gave me a Charles Bukowski poetry book.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And then I was obsessed with poetry.
Bukowski.
And then that was like into my 20s.
Yeah. Yeah, but Bukowski's perfect for that age. He's incredible.
And that's it.
No,
Did anybody else have a little corner store or something that sold things? I have one sort of like clicking on Princess's memory too. I remember Peter Parker, I love too, Spider-Man, picking up those comics in those spinner racks.
Oh yeah, I forgot the comics. Yeah, I was really into Spider-Man and the Ninja Turtles. I was really into the Ninja Turtles.
Something I didn't think we'd see today.
Nick, what's your favorite turtle?
Donatello.
Oh my
What's your
god!
what's your favorite Renaissance artist?
I don't know.
Donatello.
That was my favorite too.
Yeah, Donatello was the cool one. That's why.
Hey, who's the smart one?
Yeah. You brought book suppository right back to their youth.
Book suppository.
I
That is
love
the
hearing you
best.
say suppository.
That is the greatest.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
The Canadian pronunciation, I guess.
Oh my goodness.
You'll read this book one way or another.
Oh God! Tell me, Book Suppository has a channel.
All right.
I hope he has a channel. Come on.
He does.
Virgil,
He's starting it, but he hasn't made a video yet.
Make a video with that name. You got
That
to.
name, you got it sold. You've got like at least
Yeah.
100 subscribers right out of the gate.
What's the first book you're gonna give us?
Give us,
Give us.
administer.
There was a smoke shop in my neighborhood. It was about a block and a half away, and I used to go for my mom and buy cartons of cigarettes when I was 8. I don't think that would work anymore. Send your kid to buy cartons of cigarettes for you.
You'll have a short story in the upcoming anthology, Pat.
Yeah.
It does,
It's-
yeah.
You're going to be very disappointed.
Don't say that.
Just so the commenters know, I'm going to censor a few. Not going to throw up every comment.
I got to see what I missed. Hold on. Ah, yeah, nice.
Yeah, we had a little gaming store down on Main Street. And right in this little corner was it was an old building that can be converted into this gaming store. And I spent a lot of money there. I would actually, sorry, anecdote, I would not spend my lunch money. I would not eat at school and take that money, and that would be book money. And I would have my mom take me to the gaming store on Saturday so I could spend all this my weeks. I would starve myself throughout the week so I could buy a gaming book on Saturday.
You know, vampires don't have to eat
That's true.
food.
I didn't buy Vampire. I did buy
never
Werewolf
eat
the Apocalypse, though.
Food.
Did anybody else get allowances and try to save up for the books? You knew how
$5
many
a
weeks
week.
it would take? Yeah.
I got $5 a week, and it was hard because I wanted books, but I also wanted Transformers. So there was a lot of pain that came with that $5 a week.
I would get allowance, but I would always have like a job. I would deliver papers or
I did that too.
school.
Yeah. I don't know about this working at school, but I did deliver papers. Get up super early with your bike.
I always just wanted stuff. I loved cassettes.
Oh yeah.
I would buy books and the cassettes. They were kind of in the same strip mall.
Yeah.
Before my small town got a comic book store, which I worked at, I would buy comics at liquor stores, 7-Elevens, supermarkets, and the one bookstore we had. Complete run of books was tough. That was tough, period. In terms of where I was from, we didn't have really a great bookstore that had the complete run of books.
Especially when they do the big events.
Yeah.
In the comics, yeah.
Here's a frustration. Ordered The Wendigo and Others by Algernon Blackwood from Hippocampus Press, and they sent me George Washington, a biography of Washington Irving. Does that stuff happen to you?
I hope you sent it back.
That is a mistake for sure.
Yeah. One of the best things I had happen was the Tales of Earthsea are all gathered together in this really one deluxe package that is illustrated by Charles Vess. And so I got one of those from he's getting his. Mine's right behind me, right about there.
We did it.
And so I was getting that from the place that does Remainders books, and I got it. And the spine, I noticed after I took off the dust cover, was just slightly ripped. So I took a picture of it, sent it back to them, and said, "Hey, I'd like another one." They go, "We don't have another one, but how about we just refund you all the money and you keep the book?" So that was a great deal because those are expensive books.
Somebody put shrink wrap on mine, and they put it on so hard that it like bent the corners in.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Yeah, it drove me nuts, but I got it pretty cheap, so I didn't complain. because this is a beast. Like, I don't think you could read this. It's too heavy, but it's sure beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to sit either in your lap or on the table almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. I guess I'm the same way. If I get something new, it's like if it's got a ding in it, I'm like, well, Amazon, you're gonna have to send that again.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to try this. Like, I paid new price for this. I didn't get this on a discount, so it's so frustrating. It's like, put a little bit of something in that box, please.
So this is cool that you live over top of this bookstore. I'm not sure exactly what that second sentence means. There must be an adage about chips, horses, and I don't know. I haven't fallen far from the tree. Does anyone get that one?
I don't know. Too
Okay.
stupid.
That'd be too much temptation just below where I live.
Oh, how yeah, that'd be rough, wouldn't
So
Yeah.
if they say you haven't fallen far from the tree, I've always known that idiom to mean that you are similar to your parents.
Ah, yes, that's true.
Yeah, but I don't know. Chips, horses.
it? It's some kind of Klingon proverb. We're not picking.
Oh,
up.
there we
Yeah,
go. We're not conversing.
it looks like a mixed idiom to us, but it's just not translating well.
Yeah.
Prune juice, right, Jake?
Yeah, prune juice, a warrior's
juice.
drink.
That's right.
Got a space heater instead of a book. Good Lord.
Oh, disappointing. A lot of people seem to be having this trouble. 3 times
Whoa.
for Jack.
Wow.
Wow.
And libraries, yes. And Andrea, we admire what you do as well.
Heck yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
She's got
Someday
the
I want to
best
talk to her about her library.
Her videos there are incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
We'll disagree on that one.
I like them both.
Yeah. It takes up so much space.
I almost pulled the whole shelf down when I was trying to pull that thing out just then because I was trying to hurry.
It was
If
too heavy
Keith-
to read.
That
If
would be
Keith
tough.
even looks at his bookshelf cross-eyed, it's going to come down on him. one of these days.
Oh,
No Kindle for me.
I can't.
I can't.
I started, but I still like the physical.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I don't think people that do are wrong or
No.
I have no problem with it. I just, for me personally, I just can't.
I'll read books on my iPad when I'm on holiday, but that's about it.
No.
All right. Let's go to Jake. Let's see if I can do a little bit smoother transition this time. Thanks.
So
Boom.
smooth. That was so smooth. Look at that.
What's that poster? Oh, it's your Godzilla poster's back
That's
up.
Godzilla. Yeah.
It's back.
And Godzilla, the dorm 1985 Dorme is hanging there.
Oh, look
We
at
haven't
that.
got a
That's
space for him
awesome.
yet.
You.
So he's
Look at
hanging there
you.
like he did
Dude,
something.
it's looking awesome.
It's not. I need to get it organized and painted and all that.
Well, it's the camera's pointed in the right direction then.
Towards me.
That's right.
You have your ace doubles white side face up.
It doesn't matter.
I put mine blue side up as well, but I've taken it all off the shelf because I found out they're abridged.
They're
Yeah.
all abridged heavily. Some
I
of
got
them
a-
heavily.
I
And
got
they
a
still
box
say
of them.
complete sometimes on them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
Donald Wollheim, he did some shady stuff. Yeah. He may have lied.
There's a great episode about Daw on Jake's channel. If you haven't seen it, you got to go there.
There is a great
especially
episode.
before we go live on Friday and talk about
Yeah, that
so
video
you're
is
caught
awesome.
up.
Everybody on the internet's already seen that video. We don't got to promote it anymore.
Yeah, we do.
The-
We'll go watch it again.
The first book I remember reading as a kid, ironically, was Aesop's Fables as well. Now I've since rebought this. This is the 89. I think it's Checkerboard. Yeah, Checkerboard Press. This thing was a nightmare to find, to look, because I wanted to get them when I started having kids. I was like, oh, I want them because I remember that Aesop Fable book.
Yeah.
I don't remember how much I paid for this dang thing, and I had to buy it like out of some. I found one copy on the internet. It was on
Wow.
page 60 of Google.
Oh
Like,
gosh.
it was outrageous, but like it's illustrated by Eric Kincaid, not Thomas Kincaid, but Eric. And the illustrations
wow.
are just
That's cool.
so.
Oh, yeah. Those are
beautiful.
good.
And every page is just multiple full color illustrations.
I love Aesop's Fables.
Like, how cool is that? Like, I would put that on.
Oh,
my
is that a
wall.
wolf or a
That's awesome.
deer?
That's a wolf,
it.
isn't it?
That's a deer.
Oh, it's
Oh,
a deer.
See his antlers. This is one where his
Oh,
antlers get
that's
stuck.
a tree.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
caught in the tree. That is
Yeah.
so cool.
I love them. They're awesome. And so that's probably my earliest. And this came out in '89, this edition. And that's kind of the Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Fractured Fairy Tales.
Yeah. And so that's probably my earliest memory of reading, was reading that multiple times. Obviously reading like Bible stories as well. We had a kid's Bible. I don't remember which edition it was. And then when I was probably 8 or 9 years old, I started getting this because my parents would go to it. They went through a phase of being hyper conservative Christian. And so they would just they would only get Christian books, right? And so I'd go shopping. When we go book shopping, it'd be at Christian bookstores. And so they actually had Gilbert Morris did a 7 Sleepers series. It's like a fantasy series. It's like a 10-book series. I've went back and purchased these to read them with my kids. They're so bad. Like legitimately awful. I was actually apologizing to my kids, and I was like, hey, he actually ripped this off of Lord of the Rings. Hey, he actually ripped this off of all these stuff. They're like, the kids, they put like the names wrong. I think he edited this while blind. Gilbert Morris sucks. But they got fond memories of these books. Now I have them. You guys want them? So those
did you have the Nintendo games, the Christian Nintendo games too?
I did have some Christian Nintendo games, but my parents weren't as picky about that. They didn't catch on to video games until GoldenEye came out for the Nintendo 64, and they were like, "This game, you can murder humans," and we're like, "Shoot!"
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom. So they start cracking down on GoldenEye 007 for the Nintendo 64. But then they kind of eased up a bit, and I stopped reading for a long time. And actually, my reading level went down to the point that I was like a grade or two behind where I should be. I didn't enjoy reading. And then I don't remember how old I was now. Maybe I was 11 or 12. And I bought a long box of Bronze Age Marvel comics at a garage sale for like $30. And it was a full long box full of mainly X-Men, but also like Spider-Man and everything else. Yeah. And so I started collecting comics, and I would just like collect comics because at this point I would see them at garage sales and thrift stores. And I'm the same way as you guys. I think I had an allowance at one point, but it was like a drop in the bucket because I was pretty much working, doing odd jobs. My dad has his own construction company. And so I would go work with him, like framing houses, building houses. I mean, working full-time hours from like 14 on. And he would pay me $2 an hour. So I could buy a lot of books with $2 an hour. Yeah. And so I buy comic books. And then I kind of did another test at some point. And for a while I was homeschooled as well. And I did another test at some point, and my reading level was like, I forget what it was at the time, but it was much more advanced. And it was because of comic books. Like comic books kind of taught me how to read fast, taught me how to love reading. At the same time, I was working with my dad. I think 6th grade on, I did homeschool. So I was working with my dad framing. And then in the days when I wasn't working, I was selling stuff on eBay, because this is when eBay first came around.
Oh man, you're an early eBay seller.
No,
damn.
In the beginning.
Wow.
In the beginning, when you could actually make a lot of money on eBay.
Yeah, right.
Before they realized, oh shoot, we're getting hosed. Yeah, but so we did a lot of eBay selling. So we would, my mother and I had an eBay store, and we would go sell, so we would hit multiple thrift stores a week. 5 to 10 different thrift stores a week, getting stuff to resell, mainly clothes. But around that time, I started seeing books, and I was like, oh, I like Star Wars. It's like my favorite movie, like the original trilogy, like my favorite movies at the time. And so I saw the Heir to the Empire trilogy by Timothy Zahn, and I read those.
Yeah,
because I got them at a thrift store for like 50 cents, and they're great, and they were awesome. And I was like, this is amazing. And so from there, I went and got every other Star Wars book at thrift stores. At one point, I had every Star Wars book to date, which, if you know, that's a lot.
Wow.
Every Star Trek The Next Generation book to date.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's a shelf full.
That's a
Impressive.
shelf full. And at that same time, I started picking up Stephen King, because I'd see Stephen King everywhere, and Dean Koontz as well. Although I didn't like Dean Koontz, every time I'd read a Dean Koontz, I'm like, this is discount Stephen King.
Yep.
This is Timu Stephen King. Although this is before Timu. Yeah, and so I started reading Stephen King, and from there I just dabbled in reading. I always have a book I was reading, but I wouldn't say I had a specific genre that I was reading, or I wasn't like just science fiction. And then in my that's kind of what got me started. From there, in my late teens, I started reading classics and things like that, thinking, I should probably make myself smarter. And so started reading the classics that I should have read, or that things that you're supposed to read. And yeah, that's kind of what made me. I only started getting into vintage science fiction over the last couple years, and so I'm still a newbie at that. But yeah, the power of comic books.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be understated, because it was a huge thing.
I read
Spider-Man,
some
X-Men. Oh yeah,
X-Men.
Yeah.
And then I really loved the Doom Patrol. Grant
Yep.
Morrison's Doom Patrol were my favorite comics of all. And I'd get them every one time they'd come out, I'd get one. But those are the only two I really read.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. Why aren't you comic people right now?
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't we comic people right now?
Yeah,
For
why
my-
why don't you have a comic channel?
For
Why
myself,
book
because I was at the time selling stuff on eBay, and so then at that point you start thinking, what could I sell? What sells? I sold them all. I sold all my. I was 19 years old, and I was like, I haven't. At that point, X-Men was going through a slump, because I was from what year? I want to say from like 88 to current. So I had a huge collection, and of X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, X-Force, X-Factor, all everything X related, plus a lot of Spider-Man and all my other bronze, and a lot of Silver Age too. And so I started looking and think, at that point, X-Men, I was mainly reading X-Men, went through a slump. They changed writers, and they really started sucking. After the Matrix came out, everybody's outfits turned into black leather, and like the stories just went. And I don't know if they ever rebounded or what, but I'm just like, I'm not into any of these. And so I sold the whole thing. And so for $200, I sold my whole collection. And I don't remember how many thousands I had, for $200, and bought a stupid snowboard. And so, at this point, I'm like,
snowboarder now.
no, I don't even know how to snowboard. I went snowboarding like twice, and it fell down the mountain, and my snowboard went off the mountain. So I had to hike all the way down by myself. It was miserable. I was like, I'm never doing this again. But
I think I dabbled in comic books, Nick, and really loved books. I mean, there was a time when I read comic books, and that's as far as it ever really went. And then after Doom Patrol stopped, or Grant Morrison stopped, I stopped writing it. I just never went back to comics at all.
Yeah, it's just too much to go back to.
I just kind of drifted away from it, because I was reading comic books and books at the same time, and I liked some of the more literary comic books too that were coming out. Quite a few graphic novels were coming out in the late 80s, early 90s.
There was a line
took
called
some things up a notch.
Literary classics. There was a line of comic books called that I liked for a while.
Yeah. For myself, it was just, I just drifted away from it. I think that I found books more rewarding. I found that the stories went deeper. The experience ended up being better, even though I love the art. Sometimes the stories were okay. It was hit or miss. You didn't know with the comic. It might be good for 3 or 4 issues, and then it'd be okay. But you found a writer, you could just, I don't know. I had very few experiences with comics that equal the level of experience I would have with the book.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say I didn't come back to it.
I've got a stack of horror comics I found in the junkyard that I'll never get rid of. I love those horror comic books.
Yeah. One more thing I forgot that was very influential in my reading is same as you, Nick. Comic like Comic Pan, like the funny comics. And so I have, and currently have, because I've went back and bought all of them for my son. Every Garfield, every Foxtrot, every Calvin and Hobbes there is, every Far Side. And the reason why actually Far Side is my favorite because I'm actually related to Gary Larson. He's my grandfather's cousin.
No way. That is so cool.
And he is and my grandfather, before he passed, he would tell me stories, and he's like, "Yeah, oh yeah, he's a weirdo." Like he would just come because they had a farm with like cattle, and Gary Larson would come like, "Hey, cousin, can I come dig up some can I come dig up cow bones in your field?" He's like, "Okay." Get all cow. Just he's a freak kick. But yeah, I think that has a lot to do with my humor.
Farside's the one with the penguin, right?
No.
What am I thinking of?
Farside's just the single panel comic.
Oh, Farside's the one with the kid at the genius school, and he's trying to push the door open, and it says "full."
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
all right. I remember Farside.
Or the kid in the classroom who raises his hand and said, "May I be excused? My brain is full."
Oh,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I could
remember
probably
the
quote
Farside.
like a dozen of them to you.
I don't know which one I'm thinking of that had a penguin in it.
Penguin.
Oh, Bloom County. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you,
yeah,
Tal
okay.
Zero.
No, yeah,
my
very good.
son, my son's 11 years old, and his favorite. Came out crying, laughing, and because it shows a guy and he's holding a spoon, and the spoon is upside down, and he's looking around like suspiciously, and he says, "I forget what it says, but at some point, like it says, like Gary realized that once again the waitress had slipped him his spoon with the concave side up, and he's like looking around like it's some kind of conspiracy." That's so stupid.
Pingu is not what I'm thinking of, but Pingu was my one of my daughter's favorites growing up, so I watched a ton of Pingu. But Bloom County was what I was thinking of.
Yeah. I always remember the ones where you'd have like this guy with this enormous big head in a canoe going down the Amazon. And
all these headhunters.
Oh man. Far Side. Oh my goodness.
So good.
Classic.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to scan. You can keep talking if you want. I'm going to scan through here. There's a lot of comments.
There was a
lot of
couple
people
I
really
wanted to talk
Zahn,
about.
Star Wars trilogy as well. I read it too. It was really like real Star Wars again when I read those.
Yeah.
Jack Yo asked a question about I came in late. Surely someone here read the Hardy Boys first. And no, mine was Encyclopedia Brown. I read a lot of Encyclopedia Brown growing up, but not the Hardy Boys.
We had Hardy Boys. My dad had bought the whole collection. We never read one of them.
Yeah.
I definitely read some.
To me.
Yeah. Joe's made it, and he read or collected a lot of Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica, Robotech, and other Dark Horse. Dark Horse was really big for a while.
I love Dark Horse.
Yeah.
Robotech was the show that made me. That was the cartoon that I loved the most.
Plus, it's right. Gotta even it out.
He's got a great mustache.
Right. Flash a line
Don't worry,
in there.
we'll peer pressure him eventually. He'll cave.
It won't be impressive, so we're not going to.
Jake and Tim still have all the color in their hair. Nick, you still have some color. That's awesome.
I don't have all the color.
Mine went early, man. I went very, very white, very fast.
Yeah. Looks like a number of people talk about drifting away comics. Yeah.
Somebody talked about those illustrated literature classics that I brought up. Those were
Right there,
really fun. I liked those a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember reading a lot of those as a kid, but I was always disappointed because they were very abridged. So.
Yeah.
Seriously abridged.
Jack's still going.
I wish I still had mine. It's one of my biggest regrets.
Yeah, I had some
Stupid
really good.
snowboard.
I had some really good issues. I know. I think I had like I used to have all the Infinity Gauntlet stuff. I think I had the Spider-Man.
Nick's camera dropped or something.
I had a Chris moment. There was a bug and I swatted at it and it hit the computer and then it hit the microphone.
Was it a mosquito? Because the mosquitoes are bad.
It's just a gnat.
So bad they got all over the day.
Sorry, Virgil, we interrupted you with this.
Oh, I don't know what I was saying. It was very important though.
Something about Spider-Man. You're talking about comics.
Oh yeah. What did I say though? Oh, I used to have. So I had all the. I used to have like the Infinity Gauntlet. Had all that stuff. Had I think I had the run for Venom. The first run with Venom and Spider-Man.
The first Venom run. Yep.
I traded that for RPG books. It's like never
Not,
regret it.
not a horrible trade. Not a horrible trade.
No, it wasn't. I think what was it? It was for Champions.
Yeah.
Champions hardback, Champions second edition. I don't, take it or leave it, but that's what I did for. I was trying to get my daughter to find Nick. I've got the OG Dragonlance hardback for I think first edition. I'm not sure. Somewhere I was like, hey, can you find it? So I don't know if she's out there.
So what, you texted your kid and was like, go into the library? I didn't even know that was an option. I don't have to get up. I just need to employ my kid.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Like,
there's yeah. You see me doing this, I'm probably telling some kid to do something in the house. Like, all right. Two over here.
Don't send your kid out for cigarettes. Send them out for books.
That's right. I need you to go to the shelf 7.
It didn't work though. I have it, but she didn't find it. It's okay. She tried.
User Unfriendlies got into those illustrated scans of original magazine publications. Well, we talking to pulp guys here. You guys picked up quite a few magazines, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I got one of them right here. I was just reading it.
Mm-hmm.
You opened it?
That's not the $500 one, is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, this one was like $30. Yeah, $30.
And Andrea was talking about that today, actually, in her episode too.
Oh,
great
that
video.
episode was
1930
so
was it?
hard to watch. It made me so jealous.
Seriously. And she was throwing jokes at the beginning that were landing. They were making me giggle.
She's hilarious.
She totally is. Yeah, if you haven't seen Andrea's newest video, check it out.
Yeah. Infinite
Weird
Text is her
Wednesday.
channel. Yeah.
That's right.
Infinite Text. Yep.
That's great.
Paul was mentioning how comic books have really gone up in price since he started reading them.
Seriously.
And I feel your pain when that certainly happened.
When I was a kid, with $5, I could get half a gallon of gas and a pack of GPCs.
GPC, dude.
Hell yeah, they were 99 cents.
Oh.
So we have a few different penguins and rabbits here. People are referring to.
Maybe it was Doonesbury. No, Bloom County. I think it was Bloom County. I think it was.
A number of people have talked about Pingu.
Dude, I don't know that. Tell me you answer that. I would like to know why Pingu's dad, because he does totally iron clothes.
That's beyond me.
I hope he answers it.
That's a great
Yeah,
idea.
we'll find out.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know Encyclopedia Brown was that important.
Yeah.
I read some of them. Wow, yeah, lots of Encyclopedia Browns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sports cards. There's a lot of cards that were even science fiction movie cards that they came out with in the 80s and 90s too.
Mm-hmm.
Garbage Pail Kids. I collected Garbage Pail Kids.
Garbage Pail Kids, Chris?
No, but I had a stack. I think I still have a stack of them in here.
Go get them.
Go get him.
Go get it.
I'm just kidding. What
What did you do?
Oh, now we go. Now I have to look at Garbage Pail Kids.
I know.
You guys want me to get my
Hold on.
Pokemon card collection next?
No, please, no.
No, we don't want to see those. Never got into Pokemon.
Oh, he's got one. I think he has. Here, let's get Chris Big.
Show us those Garbage Pail Kids. Who do you got?
I don't know. Just a random stack. I got them.
Just like out and about, not in sleeves or anything.
No, I got them at a yard sale about a year ago. I think somebody just had a stack of them, and
He's
I
got them
just,
slabbed, Virgil.
Yeah,
Get them
no,
priced
they're
out.
they're not slabbed.
Do you have Nasty Nick? He's worth a lot of money.
Is
He's
he?
number 2.
I have Sticky Ricky, Nasty Nick,
1B. I believe he's 1B.
Nasty Nick.
So many
There's
jokes
no
in there.
nasty Nick.
Anyway,
What the hell? Herman Hormone? I don't get it. Focus.
Richard, quick. The stream is derailed.
Yeah, I think it's time to pull out Tim here.
Pull up.
Are they on target?
Tim, take us out of this spin.
Oh gosh, is it my turn? Oh no.
It is.
Yeah, with that setup and Tim.
Well, similar to you guys, well, actually, you know what? Before we get into comics, because those are some of my earlier reading memories. Probably the thing that first got me into reading, weirdly enough, was video games. I remember learning a lot of big, complicated words from playing Pokemon on my Game Boy as a kid. So you learn words like paralysis and antidote and just big, long, compound words like that. So I remember getting wanting to get better at reading so I could understand what was going on in the video games I played. And eventually, my mom would take me to the library when I was like 5 or 6 years old, and I would pick up comic books. Not this. This is a not newer, but a more recent Marvel Epic collection. But I would get a ton of trade paperbacks of Spider-Man, mostly Spider-Man. I would read a lot of Spider-Man, a little bit of X-Men, a little bit of Hulk here and there, a few DC comics, but Spider-Man was the main one I went with. And so, yeah, I must have rented like every single trade paperback that had the original Stan Lee, Stan Lee and Steve Ditko run of Spider-Man constantly. I had those storylines memorized when I was a kid.
They're so good.
And after that, I have a very distinct memory of being 7 years old at my uncle's house, and he invited all of us over to watch this VHS that he had, and it was Fellowship of the Ring, because Fellowship of the Ring had just come out on home media. And I remember all the adults are sitting on the couches, or all us kids have to crowd in on the floor in front of the TV. And so me and my little cousins are just staring up at this TV screen, and I'm just spellbound for like the first, because we didn't stay to watch the whole movie. So for the first like hour and a half, I'm just glued to the TV screen, and it was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen. And I remember watching that scene in the Mines of Moria where Gandalf's fighting the Balrog over the bridge, and the music's swelling, and there's all the flashy effects and everything. And I remember turning to somebody and saying, "This was a book? I have to read this book. Like, I have to get that." And so about a week or two later, I was at the grocery store with my mom, and at the magazine rack at the checkout counter, they had a bunch of paperbacks of the Lord of the Rings, and I recognized them because they had they were the movie tie-in editions with the pictures of the actors on the front. And I was like, "Mom, you've got to buy me a Lord of the Rings book because I need more Lord of the Rings in my life." And my mom's a good mom. She never turned down books when I asked for them, which was always cool. Mm-hmm. But in what is possibly one of the smartest moves that she ever did in one of those circumstances, she said, "Well, you need to read The Hobbit first because that came out before The Lord of the Rings." I was like, "Oh, yeah." And so she bought me this copy of The Hobbit. And I've held on to this old ratty paperback ever since.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And it's actually crumbling apart in my hands. I gotta be pretty careful with it. But yeah, it's got the Ted Naismith cover art. So this is what I think of anytime I think The Hobbit. And so, of course, moved on from that to Lord of the Rings soon afterward. And that was the first time I'd read what I thought was like a big person book, because it wasn't Goosebumps or Magic Treehouse, even though I read a lot of those as a kid. But this was the first book that had like a substantial page count to it. And then I got into Lord of the Rings and was obsessed with Lord of the Rings. To be fair, I still am to this day. I have way too many copies of Lord of the Rings on that shelf over there. And of course, if you grow up in a conservative Christian household like Jake's, if you get into Lord of the Rings, his friend C.S. Lewis immediately follows after.
Oh, yeah.
So I got into C.S. Lewis with Chronicles of Narnia. And this was the copy of Voyage of the Dawn Treader my grandfather gave me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of the artist, but I love that cover with the sea serpent. Super cool.
So cool.
Looks like it could be on one of those old world maps almost.
It does, yeah, like the Here Be Dragons kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. At the same time, I just had to get more fantasy of that style. And the cool thing about Chronicles of Narnia, anyone who knows it knows this, is that C.S. Lewis put a lot of real world mythology into that story. So you have, centaurs, minotaurs, a lot of creatures and gods from Greek mythology interacting with different mythologies. And soon after that, I got into, I think Virgil, you mentioned Lloyd Alexander. So The Book of Three by Lloyd Alexander. That was a huge book that I read constantly as a kid. Never read the rest of the series for whatever reason.
Oh,
It's a good series.
So I just got back to the series a couple years ago, and I finished it recently. So yeah, but as a kid, this was the only one I read for whatever reason. And this is a lot of Celtic, specifically Welsh mythology. I think like more than half the characters in this book are named after Welsh mythological characters. And so that combined with all the Lewis I was reading really like inundated me with classical mythology. And so that was kind of something that I looked for with my books. And I'm going to mention something that no one has brought up, probably because it's from, my generation, which was the Spiderwick Chronicles.
Oh yeah.
Which was I don't remember how many sequels came out after the initial 5, but the first 5 books, I have a little box set. Again, this is the one that I had as a kid, and it's all about like middle school kids finding fairies and dragons and dwarves and goblins and stuff in their backyard, essentially.
There was a movie about that, right?
Yeah, there was a movie.
I enjoyed it, but I hadn't read the books.
If I remember correctly, the movie took all 5 of the first 5 books and like crammed it into one narrative.
Yeah.
So it was a little awkward, but I was obsessed with the movie. I was obsessed with the books. And I remember I had a little notebook as a kid that I would fill out with like my own little field guide entries on different monsters and mythological beings and stuff. And I would go off what I knew from books and stuff that I'd looked up on the internet and like write down little bios on different mythological beings and creatures and stuff. So that was something I was really into as a kid. I was a little too much into that. I think I tried to fool myself into thinking that, goblins and fairies and stuff were really out there, and I just had to look really hard in the right places.
Tim, they are.
They are. Good to know. Thank you, Nick.
You just have to try harder.
Okay. Yeah, but and soon after that, I for whatever reason, I stopped going to the library for a while, and then my parents actually built an addition onto our house, and my grandparents on my mom's side moved in, and so almost every week, like clockwork, my grandmother would take me to the library. And that was when, and here's where you guys can vacate the live stream because I'm going to be talking about Redwall.
We made it. We're here.
Yeah, we're here. So yeah, the cool thing about Redwall was that I could go into the book section or the young adult teen books section at my local library, and they had almost every single Redwall that was out at the time. And then so I could just pick up one off the shelf because the cool thing about the series was that for the most part, they were all episodic. So I could just take one off the shelf and read it. And so that was the first one I read, Salamandastron. I still keep pronouncing that title the wrong way to this day.
You read Lord of the Rings before you read Redwall?
I did.
How did that? How do you think how do you think it affected your view of Redwall after reading this?
Well, see, that's
kind of fantasy version of it.
Well, see, that's the thing, because I think for a long time I was this little kind of snooty Tolkien fan where I was like, well, nothing can be as good as Lord of the Rings.
Unless they were badgers.
Well, to be fair, the reason I got onto Redwall was because there was a cartoon at the time, and I was obsessed with the cartoon. And so when I found out there were books, I was like, okay, I have to read the books.
There's a cartoon, huh?
Oh yeah, there was it was a Canadian produced cartoon, but it aired on PBS here in the States.
Huh. I missed that.
It was okay. They toned it down considerably because the books are way more violent and gory and scary.
It's really strange because I have this nostalgic connection to Redwall that I don't deserve at all.
Yeah,
and it's only because of Secret of Nim, and they look similar. And so I constantly would I like that? Every time I see those books, I think about the Secret of Nim and feel connected to it.
Yeah, I have good memories of Secret of Nim, or at least the movie as well. Yeah, I watched that quite a few times as a kid. That and the Disney version of Robin Hood, which again, it's animals in a medieval setting. So
yeah,
that is actually an amazing movie. So
it is.
That one.
It is. That's the best Robin Hood. Period.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Secret of Nim.
No. Robin.
I do love the Robin Hood as well.
It's not the best Robin Hood, Jake. That is wrong.
Fight
All
me.
right, boom.
What
What's,
is?
Downvoted.
what's the best Robin Hood?
Adventures of Robin Hood with Errol Flynn from 1936.
Well, that is stiff competition, but I don't know. Visiting
Wrong.
Robin is pretty good.
1936.
Yeah, the cartoon's better.
Okay,
Way
whatever.
better.
But I do love the Errol Flynn movie.
I'm not going to die on that hill.
Them marching along to that whistle. Oh.
No, it's a great movie. I love that movie so much. Great soundtrack. And around the same time, I was getting into Redwall because there was this little tiny shelf next to the young adult books at my library that had nothing but manga. And I was starting to get into anime at the time. I was like, oh wait, this is anime, but in like comic book form. And so I tried out some of the manga from the library, and of course that got me hooked on Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah.
Which to this day I will die on the hill that this is one of the best manga ever written.
It is.
It's so freaking good, and incredibly gory for a series that was marketed towards teenagers. But yeah, that sent me on a whole nother collecting spree where I now have a giant bookcase of manga. And I'm surprised I haven't talked about that much on the channel. I probably should, because I have like way too many volumes of manga over there.
You'd pull in a different audience, I think.
I probably would.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It would be interesting what that would do to your, because like when I look at my analytics, like 18 to 24, zero. Like
Zero.
never has one human being in that age range watched one of my videos.
There was a thin stretch, I think, when I was talking about, I don't even remember what series I was talking about at the time. There was a thin stretch where for like a week or two, I did have like 1% of my audience between the 18 to 25 range.
That's awesome. Wow.
One person.
Wow.
The chat right now is talking about the Redwall cookbook, and it's freaking hilarious.
There is a Redwall cookbook. And
Do you have it?
no, I wish I did. It was
Somebody has to fix
fairly
that.
rare.
Yeah. And so Andrea is saying she has it.
Oh, nice.
And then she said she likes the Necronomicon and nom
Nuts
nom
and
nom.
seeds.
You need to make a video of you making every dish.
I agree.
I can't own it.
I agree.
Tim, you need to do that.
Oh, I need to do that. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Dude, here's the thing, though. There's a lot of you don't understand how much food talk is in the Redwall series. There are books where like a good 25% of it is dedicated to talking about food and what
It's
they're
a
baking, what
Murakami
they're
book.
drinking. It's ridiculous.
What do they eat at Redwall?
So there was like this weird pseudoscience behind it where
Acorns.
I mean, yes, but there's this weird like pseudoscience where the animals have found a way to make milk out of like sap from like
Soybeans?
tubers and stalks and stuff.
Almonds?
Okay.
And so they make like milk and cheese and cream out of it. And so there's like entire paragraphs talking about cakes and puddings and stuff that these little tiny animals are eating. And it doesn't really make any sense, but it just goes on for pages and pages. And it's
I
kind
like
of
it
funny and
already.
charming.
I like it already, Tim.
They milk the almonds.
Yes,
It's
Perfectly
a vegan cookbook.
exactly.
That's for you, Nick.
That's the thing. That is the thing. Like most of the animals in Redwall, you could say they're vegans because there's no like
Yeah, what are they going to eat?
Where you were going to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
they're not eating each
Giant
other.
cow? All the mice jump on the cow all at once.
Exactly.
It's a dark red wall.
That's the red wall after diet.
There we go.
Literal red wall.
But speaking of Redwall, though, the funny thing was the last thing that I kind of got into in my teenage years was role-playing game books, such as the Lone Wolf series. I remember I picked this up from a little tiny bookstore, and I was flipping through it, and it had illustrations by Gary Chalk, who was the illustrator for like the first, I think, 5 or 6 Redwall novels. So, I opened this up and was like, that looks like the Redwall guy's art. And I just fell in love with these books because I could play a game of Dungeons and Dragons by myself.
Yeah,
It's
those
awesome.
are awesome. Did you ever try the prose by Joe Deaver, the novelizations of the series?
No, but I've heard about them and they sound fun.
They are. I read those. Those were.
Yeah.
I enjoyed them. I've got omnibuses of some of them, but they're super hard to get now. I don't know why they're not in print. But
Yeah, love me some Lone Wolf.
It's great stuff.
Tim, I have a question for you.
Yes.
When you said the Fellowship of the Ring movie, did you mean the superior original version or the Peter Jackson version?
I'm not going to answer that question, Nick.
watch
That's
it.
my answer.
I'm not going to scroll back here, but a lot of people were talking about the Ralph Bakshi version.
Lord
Okay,
of the Rings. Yeah.
I like the Ralph Bakshi version, but come on, you can't compare them. It's apples and oranges.
There was a video store down the street that we probably kept in business with my mom, making my mom rent that Ralph Bakshi one. Like, oh, what do you want to watch this weekend? Like, we need to get Lord of the Rings.
One of the worst crimes in cinema is the fact that that movie never got finished.
I know.
I got two things that I noticed in the comments that I want to say just really quick. First off, somebody brought up trying Turkish delights because of Narnia.
Yeah,
And those things were so terrible. And the kid like sold his soul for these Turkish delights, and oh my god,
He
they're
sold
horrible.
his family for Turkish delight.
Yeah, just awful. And then somebody else brought up there was two books that I left off, but somebody brought up one of them, Island of the Blue Dolphins, which I had to read in school. And this I think if I remember correctly, there's a woman that's kind of living on an island, right, isolated, and has to take care of herself. If I'm remembering the right book, I loved that book. That thing was awesome. And then the other one I wanted to bring up, because you haven't got to talk about yours, Richard, because you already did your video, was the Where the Red Fern Grows. Like my god, that was like a huge adult coming of age moment for me reading that book. That was intense.
Yeah. It got you right in the heartstrings. One of the things actually I was going to ask you guys about is I mentioned a couple of books that were actually assigned to me in school, or I had to read potentially for book reports even. Any books that were assigned to you by teachers that you loved?
Yep. East of Eden.
Island of the Blue Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Steinbeck.
Yeah, I read East of Eden in school, and I was like, wow, just regular fiction can be amazing.
Yeah.
What?
Cool. Joe just put a comment up that said, never seen the Peter Jackson version and never will. And I'm only picking on this because Joe is the most open person I've ever known. Like anything I talk about, he either knows or is connected to. Joe, why would you not watch the Peter Jackson
watch him, Joe.
version?
Look at Tim's face. He's going to explode. We should have played this topic.
Like that doesn't even, I feel like somebody ran in and like stole Joe's computer from him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like that is...
Explain yourself.
Yeah, that is so confusing to me. That's not very Joe.
While we're waiting for Joe.
My
Get out of here.
Ruined. Huh. I mean, I have the same nostalgia that Nick does for those originals. Like The Hobbit was huge for me because of that cartoon. I read the book because of that cartoon, because the cartoon was so good. But I did like I mean, we went to every one of those in the theater and then watched the elongated versions or whatever they call them. Uncut. Extended. That's my word, player. All right. But yeah, they I don't think they were ruined. I think he did all right.
Joe, is it because it's like too much action and not like...
Oh, yeah, it does change a lot of things. I think the tone is a little... I will say that I struggled at first because I really like Lord of the Rings, and the tone is different.
I don't know enough about...
I struggled for a little while with the tone. So
I don't know anything about Arwen the Warrior Princess.
So here's the thing, Joe. I get that, and it is weird that like they put Arwen in that role because she has a very tiny role in the books. But the thing that they would have to do if they didn't have Arwen in the story, or in that section of the story, is they introduce Glorfindel, who she essentially takes the role of in that part of the story. And that would mean getting an entirely new character played by an entirely different actor just for that role. So, and also I guess they wanted to expand on, Arwen's role. So she wasn't just this random girl that, this random elf girl that Aragorn is in love with. But I understand that because Glorfindel is a cool character. And so to have him replaced by Arwen just so she can have more screen time is a little awkward.
They needed a romance.
Goblin says
they had 3 movies coming out that were all huge. They needed a romance.
Yeah, it's true.
And I'm not picking on you, Joe. I promise. That was just
No.
That came out of left field for me because that's the first time I've seen you say something you didn't really care for. But it makes sense if you really get connected to something, the way it is in the books in your head, it can be really hard to.
Don't Tom Bombadil.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a Kevin Smith movie where somebody was talking about how they didn't like Lord of the Rings because there was no Tom Bombadil or something like that? They wanted the whole thing.
I don't know.
But I do agree that I didn't love the changes. That I like the movies, but I'm not infatuated with the Peter Jackson movies. I do.
Right.
I have a lot of affection for that older rotoscope version for some reason.
Oh my God, so
like
good.
A play. I know it's can be cheesy. I'm sure modern audiences are like, oh God, but I just love it.
But when they went to that second trilogy of The Hobbit, it kind of felt like it cheapened it a bit to me.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. You're gonna get Jake mad at me again. I love the Hobbit movies. I love them. I put them on. They're fun. And I'll tell you why. Because I don't give a fuck. I mean, Siri. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Richard. I'm sorry. This isn't my channel. I'm not that connected. I am not that connected to the Lord of the Rings stuff. I loved The Hobbit when I was a kid, and those movies made The Hobbit kind of modern and awesome, and it was super fun. It was. I mean, I don't care that they were on barrels for 20 minutes, like doing fight scenes that made no sense in physics because it's the freaking Hobbit. Who cares? I thought it did fine. I thought it dragged a little in the last movie. I didn't need the war for that long.
The movie where the entire thing is just an action sequence?
Yeah, that one was too much for me. I don't watch that one very often, but I watched the first two.
Let me ask you a question, Chris. And this could help solve maybe what's going on and maybe answer some questions for us in the chat.
Hold on, Jake, real quick. Jake, I need to point out whatever Jake says. Keep in mind, people, Jake has not read The Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry. Continue, Jake.
I've read The Hobbit, though.
We're talking about The Hobbit, though.
Okay, fair.
You shut up, Tim. Chris, do you love the Transformer movies?
Do I love the Transformer movies? No, I do not.
Really? Because The Hobbit is like the exact same thing.
I liked the first one. It was okay. But I think I have, and that maybe gets to my point, I think I have more nostalgic connection to Transformers than I do the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. I think I do. The minute they had a human kill Starscream, like I was done. That doesn't make any sense to me. But
you walked out of the theater?
No, but I
threw your popcorn.
I didn't go to another one. That's for sure. Yeah. So I see your point, but I think I liked The Hobbit enough that, but also didn't care enough that I
liked how they did Golem scene within the.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
that was actually great.
Yeah, I like that too.
Other than that, part of it too is I don't like what's the Bilbo's name? Martin? Was it Martin Freeman? I don't like him as an actor. He's a one-note actor, and he plays he plays his office character literally every movie he's ever been in. He was playing that as Bilbo, so that kind of bothered me. But just I got action scene fatigue to the extreme.
Yeah,
plus, I didn't like I was excited how when they brought Guillermo del Toro on because he's known for his practical effects, and I was like, boy, practical effects, and all the orcs, all the goblins, all turned to just CG monsters.
Yeah,
they were just cartoon monsters, and I was like, oh, I have better things to do. The original is it the it's not Rankin? Is it the Rankin Bass Hobbit?
Yes, Rankin Bass Hobbit.
That in my mind, that's the definitive Hobbit.
I agree.
Can you sing it for us, Jake?
Great. That is
the greatest adventure.
No, you're right. If somebody asked me which one do we keep, I'd keep the Rankin and Bass every time. 100%. Every time. I grew up with that. Sorry, I swore on your channel, Richard. I feel really bad now. You're gonna have to. You're fine. Edit it out. You're gonna have to go and edit it out after the live here, and it's not easy.
He's starshook.
Oh. He's starshook.
It was at 152.
It's not coming out. Unabridged.
Unabridged. This isn't the Ace double of Richard videos.
We're doing it live.
There's also talk about Watership Down and how it was a trauma-inducing novel in
my
grade 5.
goodness.
Oh god.
There's a lot of actually kids novels that, or even kids movies that have that trauma factor, isn't there?
And I felt like it was rougher in the 70s. I think
Don Bluth. Yep.
Yeah.
Friggin' Don Bluth.
You know, a really good example of that is more recent is that the last version, I think, of the Bridge to Terabithia. That movie's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good, but people hate it because of the ending is honest. It just follows the book. It's tough. Fantastic movie.
What movie is this?
The Bridge to Terabithia.
I don't know
Yep,
that.
I've seen it. It's very good too. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's so good.
People are talking about I need to wash my mouth out with soap. they're not wrong. They're not
We're
wrong.
gonna have to add a not safe for work tag on the video. Boom. Oh, I don't know if I can watch it.
Who's going to be watching it all the way to 152?
Oh, Jeff.
I guess I'll find out.
Look what Jeff said. Whatever you do, don't read the Plague
Oh.
Dogs by Richard Adams. Yeah,
That
there's a
title
couple of
sounds ominous.
I've got a couple of Richard Adams books that I'm interested in. A fantasy book and then some kind of gothic horror book that he did.
Mm.
Yeah.
I need to read that Shardock or Shattuck or whatever, the giant bear book. I never read it. Whatever it was. I can't remember what it's called. Do I still have it? No.
I had that lamp.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Great Christmas story, that one.
It's a major award.
I tried to show my kid that movie. And she did not find it funny at
Doesn't
all.
hold up, does it? Okay.
Well, and I
Not for
loved
this
it.
generation.
Yeah, but I don't think this generation. I mean, it starts with like bullying, and I was like laughing my ass off, and she's like, "That's not funny," and I was like, "Okay, all
Well,
right."
in Canada here too, you would never put your tongue on a steel pole. Not if you
Right.
want to keep the skin on your tongue.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of conversation here. I'm having difficulty picking out things.
Yeah,
Let's
seriously.
keep on going.
Yeah, I
They're not even listening to us. They're doing their own thing. over
Right.
there.
They're having their own live
We're having
show.
fun. That's like the Tim. You had one where you had like a thunderstorm and your feed went out.
oh my
But-
god.
Oh,
but
that was
we
great.
kept talking in the.
Yeah.
probably for like
And I don't know how it was possible because it kicked me out of the stream and I was hosting the stream.
and you guys went for like 20 minutes,
I
right?
know.
Right. We're like, we can't leave. We can't get out. We're trapped.
Yeah, the eternal stream.
That was the best part of that horrible stream because that book sucked.
Oh.
It was the ghost of Paul Anderson coming back to haunt us.
Looks like they don't need us anymore, according to Keith.
No, Jeff
You
has
need the chat to stay
explained
open. That's what you need.
the reason you don't read Plague Dogs is because if you love dogs, it's a tough read. So I am not going to read Plague Dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that's the same case with like Old Yeller and
Oh my God, Where the Red Fern Grows.
Where the Red Fern
But
Grows,
I think Where the Red Fern Grows is about loving dogs. That's a weird
Yeah.
sentence.
It's about
Um,
sacrifice. It's about love.
Yeah,
There- There's a redeeming quality to the way things happen. I think.
yeah,
And it's about nature as well.
yeah,
Yeah. Whereas Old Yeller is just about, death happens, and when you die, you get replaced by a younger, newer version. So
That's right.
Which is a good lesson too.
Yeah.
So Brian said, "My dog Skip." I don't know what that is.
oh, I remember that. Yes.
That must be later.
I don't know if it was a book, but it was a movie that was out around the time where Brian and I were around the same age. So I definitely remember that one. That was a tough one too.
Yeah, Tau Zero said, "My dog Skip made me cry in class."
Mhm.
Yeah, Where the Red Fern Grows will do that.
Why are you
to too.
laughing, Nick? You're not laughing like pussy.
Now you said a bad word on Richard's channel.
Oh yeah.
The
Hey,
next
you started it. Now the floodgates are open.
the next stream is just going to be all of us eating soap.
Vintage SF After Dark.
because it just sounded like a support circle. It was your turn to talk. That's the vibes I was getting there for a second.
I don't know what everybody's talking about. Shardik. What's Shardik?
That's the Richard Adams Bear novel, but the character appears in the third Dark Tower book also.
Oh,
Yep. I read that part. Or I read the Stephen King book. I didn't read the Shardik book.
I've not read the Richard Adams story. It's
No.
well known. It's the other. It's like one of the other big things he's known for, but just haven't read it.
huh.
I think it's supposed to be good. Yeah, it was good. You know what? I'm glad somebody said A Boy and His Dog.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another one.
Yeah.
It's a very different take on a dog story.
There's so many
sad dog stories,
dude. There's so many great.
Well, I don't know if that
sci-fi
one is
dog
exactly a
stories.
sad dog story. That's a different dog story.
What's a happy dog story?
A happy one? That's a good question.
Lassie.
Oh, you know what? What is that?
Benji.
Binocular.
Benji, there you go.
You see Benicula?
Binocular.
Wow.
Those books?
Yeah,
I'm waiting
daughter.
for Brian. I'm waiting for Bad Taste Brian over there to review Benicula.
Yeah, Benicula. I read to my daughter.
Yep.
Yeah, Something Wicked's great.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, it's so good.
And there was a movie that came out too in the early 80s, I think, as well.
A Disney movie.
Which is
Yeah,
great.
and that was a scary kind of movie
It's
too.
genuinely a frightening movie.
Yeah.
Great book. Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Nice. I like that edition.
Yeah.
I need to read more Bradbury.
Bradbury's incredible.
Yeah.
He is like, he's got that something that I think Stephen King had as well that is just so good, that spoke to so many people. Really incredible.
Well, speaking of things that we were assigned, I was homeschooled as a kid, but I did get assigned one like short story every month or so to do a report on in English. And I can't remember the name. What is the name? It was a Ray Bradbury story. It was the one where it's about like a future where everyone's inside watching TV, and one of the main characters just decides to go on a walk.
Wow.
I can't remember.
Say it
the name.
again, Tim. Sorry, Jake was distracting me with his sexy
Yeah.
book.
The folio, Something Wicked.
Ooh,
That is awesome.
it's gorgeous.
Say that again, Tim. So
Tim, tell us again.
I was saying, what's the? I can't think of the name of it. The Pedestrian. Okay, yeah. Book chat with Pat. Brought it up. Thank you, Pat.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I remember doing a book report, short story report on The Pedestrian by Ray Bradbury as a kid. That was my first exposure to him, and I've read very little of him since. I need to get back on that.
He's great.
They had my kid read Something Rains on Venus. I can't remember the full name of it. Cold Rains on Venus or something. And I sat on the couch and we read it out loud together. I'd do one paragraph and she'd do the other. And we finished this story, which is a really, it's kind of an analogy for bullying, and it's really wild. And this kid doesn't get to see the sun. It only happens every 7 years. And we were done. And I was like, okay, what'd you think? And she just ugly cried for like a half an hour when that was done. And I was like, man, that's a writer right there, man. I mean,
Bradbury can get a strong reaction.
Wow. And she still talks about how much she loved that. I do have Ellison in Wonderland. Joe, let me pull it down here.
What's that one Bradbury story, home, what is it, Going Home or something like that?
Is it from the Martian Chronicles?
No. It's the one with the kid whose all his relatives are like vampires and witches.
Oh yeah, the Addams Family Ray Bradbury style, where the little girl has to. I think that's in.
It's in that's
October Country.
Yes, it is.
But I think it was originally the story because Jason, my brother, made a video about it and said this is what Wednesday Addams should have been.
Yeah, it's from that Dark Carnival collection too. It was originally there. Yeah, Jason did. I did one too.
Carnival. Yeah,
I saw the one. The one that Jason did is fantastic. He used he found the original magazine and had images for that. It's an amazing story.
Yeah, I can't find Dark Carnival, but yes, that's in Dark.
I'd have to get up.
Don't do it.
I refuse.
Jake already did it. Jake beat us.
Somebody
all
else is always
folio.
like, so yeah, it's great. I don't know.
All summer in a day. Thank you, Book
Yeah.
Chat with Pat. That is absolutely correct.
Ooh, cool.
I need to get her on here doing this
You
exact
do.
same episode.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
do.
absolutely.
Yeah. She is the Illustrated Man is a great
Yeah. October
book.
Country.
October Country is
many.
wonderful.
Illustrated Man and
And you know what's weird? Every time I make a Ray Bradbury video, it just bombs. like half of what I usually get. Like people And I made a video about this a long time ago. Is why aren't people talking about Ray Bradbury on BookTube? And
You're 100% right.
I don't know the answer.
It's because he's a well-known name, but still underrated, like greatly underrated, I think.
Yeah. People think that they know what his style is like, and they're probably wrong.
Yeah. Because
Exactly.
I'm trying to show people how like fun and weird tales and horror that Dark Carnival is, and Joe says the next story I'm going to read in Dark Carnival is related to that character, which is awesome. Yeah.
Tau Zero is exactly right. Here in Manitoba as well, we had to read the Veld and the Lottery.
I don't think I can put my hands on this, but if you want to, I've showed it in a video. I have the first publication of the Velt in the Saturday Evening Post when it was called The World the Children Made, before it was in the Illustrated Man. I bought it because I taught that, and I like to bring the magazine and the Illustrated Man into class. Probably, in my opinion, my favorite story from him, hands down. The Velt is incredible. I mean, just talking about all of the ways that technology conveniences us and how much convenience is too much convenience. It's so much fun.
Chris, what is that Bradbury you just did a video on with Children Are Evil or Children from Hell? Or something?
So it's from Dark Carnival, which is the first one he ever released. It's his first book he ever released. And I can't find my copy. I put it somewhere after making that video. He did a bunch of stuff in Weird Tales, was more of a horror writer than a science fiction writer, and then he released Dark Carnival. And then he didn't like Dark Carnival as much because it was his first, and we all hate our first. So he took the stories he liked from Dark Carnival and rewrote them for October Country. So they've recently re-released Dark Carnival because the only way you could get it before was by paying $800 for the Arkham version. So they re-released it, and I'm going through every one of those stories because it's this crazy, like hungry, weird tales, Ray Bradbury. It is so good. It's so fun. Yeah,
that was a great video. I was actually listening to that in the car while I was driving my kids somewhere, and they were cracking up laughing at multiple points. I'm like, what are you guys laughing at? But I can't think because they only see you when you're in my videos, when I have you doing something silly.
Right.
And so they thought the whole time, like, they're here, like, oh, these kids buried this guy. And I'm like, this isn't, and they're like cracking up laughing.
They threw another kid out the window.
I know, exactly. They're just busting up laughing. I'm like, no, this isn't funny.
Joe, that makes me really happy, man. That really does. I'm really glad.
Pat was a teacher, and so that's one of the books that she taught.
Yeah, Fahrenheit 451.
Still need to read that.
I just got a really early hardback copy of it, and I'm super excited to have it. And it's the suckiest cover. It's just black with the words Fahrenheit 451 that have like some red for fire on the bottom. I don't know. It was terrible. Yeah, The Martian Chronicles. That's a really good one. Love The Martian Chronicles.
Yeah. I just picked up a copy of that. I need to read that
story.
Oh, and Virgil and I were randomly just talking about this one.
That's right.
And I can't tell you why yet, but Dinosaur Tales by Ray Bradbury.
Yeah, he loved two things. He liked dinosaurs and Halloween, and he wrote a lot about them.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't like dinosaurs and Halloween? Come on.
I know.
Yeah, Ray Bradbury was my first science fiction, followed very, very quickly by H.G. Wells. The Time Machine. Poor Nick is just bored out of his mind here.
I haven't read it. I have the October Country, but I haven't read it yet.
I think
I did like. I watched your video. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
the kids in the cement. Yeah,
that was crazy.
You can watch what's that one that takes place in Mexico? Dale. I can't remember what it's called.
Here we go.
There he goes. Zing!
By the way, thank you for all the dog stories that I've been seeing in the comments. Homeward Bound, especially, I remember that one.
Oh yeah, Homeward Bound.
Yeah,
October Country, and it's.
I'm looking. I have a first edition of the Halloween Tree, and somebody brought it up, and I'm not finding it.
Or maybe is it the skeleton? Maybe it's
the skeleton. Is another crazy story.
Andrea just mentioned. Is that the one that takes? No, that's something else. This is not what I thought. Is it not in this collection? Well, I don't know. Never mind. Anyways, there's good stuff in here, Nick. Read it.
Moby Dick.
Now, there's a fact I've never
You would
heard.
probably like
before.
it. You really would. I think it does a great job of like bridging
I have a copy of the script.
like weird fiction and like horror, more modern horror.
Chris, you're saying you have a copy of the Moby Dick movie
I do.
script?
Yes,
Wow.
that he wrote.
Of course, you bought it at a garage sale for 14 cents.
What he says,
And it's signed.
So a lot.
signed by the whale himself.
The whale, not Herman Melville, the whale.
Spoiler, I thought he died.
Have I cut off a piece of my Bradbury? You guys keep going.
Nick, did you see the comment when you were talking about somebody? I can't remember who said it, but they said that. Are you sure one of your first books wasn't a gang girl choose your own adventure?
This is just after dark.
And that's
Wait a
such
minute, you
a
should
good
write one.
idea. That is such a good idea.
So
I
Nick,
don't know. I don't know if
That's
they ever
a choose
wrote.
your own adventure, men's adventure story.
I don't think
Choose
that's
your
men's
own men's
adventure,
adventure.
Virgil.
It's not men's adventure, Virgil.
Wait, what?
so Nick, do you have?
Oh
this
wait, you're
book?
right. That's a
I've
different
read
kind
this
of.
one.
What?
Do you have this book here? Killer Come Back to Me from Bradbury?
I do not. No.
Oh, okay. Paul thought
Yeah.
you did, but anyways, he did write a lot of mystery, kind of hard-boiled detective kind of things as well.
I'll make a video about it later. I'll show off my Bradbury collection.
Well, Nick,
But
you
yeah,
mentioned
he wrote it.
you mentioned Poe in your section. Was anyone else into Edgar Allan Poe at all when they were?
So
I
much.
mentioned it, but
Okay, so I knew somebody did because I went through a phase in middle school where I was just obsessed with Edgar Allan Poe.
I think I can beat your phase. All through high school, I wore full black suits and a top hat with a cane, trying to be
Okay, yeah, no,
Edgar
that'll,
Allan Poe.
that'll do it.
We
Any
need pictures
pictures?
immediately.
I do have pictures. I do
Not a
have
surprise.
pictures.
Not a surprise at
carrying
all.
his Moby Dick script all everywhere.
No, Poe was my obsession, man.
I'm from Baltimore. I gotta up my game, man.
I took all the light bulbs out of my room and only used candles. I'm not even kidding. My mother was a big programmer for Intel and tried to when the laptop first came out, she tried to give me a laptop and I refused and made her take it back. Like
You were
I
using
missed-
parchment and a quill, weren't you?
I missed all the video games. I missed all the computers. Like I was a purposeful Luddite, and I would sit at my desk and write really shitty really terrible poetry with pen. And yes, I did try to learn calligraphy and the whole 9 yards. Yeah,
This is the best live stream ever.
I was obsessed with Poe.
He told me this, but I would never have said it. I would never have told anybody. So now the person believed.
Yeah, that's amazing. What's cool is if you're either the story takes place in Utah or New Mexico, it's equally hilarious.
New Mexico.
Like
New Mexico.
Yeah, you in the desert with your top hat, your black trench coat,
And yeah, it's
your
like
candle. It's like 115 degrees.
exactly. Yes.
Forget
Sweating,
Gus Spring. We needed
makeup
to have
coming
Chris
down.
in Breaking Bad.
I'll show you guys pictures sometimes. It'll happen.
No, you shouldn't.
Oh man.
You shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
If we have pictures of ourselves in the anthology, that needs to be one of the pictures.
Oh,
All
that
right.
would be cool.
All
There
right.
you go.
With my top hat.
Part 2 of this video. We'll have our pictures and the embarrassing pictures.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Tim, what is your favorite Poe story?
Well, you know what? We did take one in school. We took the Telltale Heart,
Yeah.
and I just remember that
So
beating
good.
hard under the
So good.
floorboard.
He was
Oh.
he was the first horror writer to bring psychology into it, and this was pre-Freud. It was really brilliant. His concept of somebody's conscience like eating at them, but he told it in such a psychological way. Really, really brilliant.
Have you guys heard the audio recording of the Telltale Heart narrated by Christopher Lee?
No, I have not.
It's amazing.
Nick, do you have that record?
What, me?
Yeah,
No.
you're the one that you got to needle drop that thing, man.
I've never read a Poe story. I don't know anything about it.
Oh, Poe's fun. You'd like Poe.
Oh, that's right. I was wrong, Nick. You haven't read Poe. You need to read Poe, dude.
Oh, you would like it. You would like it. You like Gothics. It's like it's there. It's waiting for you.
It's early weird. It's
Our
like
gift
the
to you.
beginning of weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a crazy story too. Murders in the
It is.
morgue.
Yeah.
When you find out who the killer is, it's shocking. It's really wild, and it is the first detective novel that I know of.
That's right. That's where Holmes comes from.
Yeah, yeah. I loved his really atmospheric, moody ones. I liked Mask of the Red Death.
I love Mask. I was gonna say that's my favorite.
Yeah, the other one is The Fall of the House of Usher. I absolutely love.
Great.
I read Fall of the House of Usher recently, and for some reason, I didn't like it as much as when I was a teenager.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that one's just tops for me. I love that one. I did it last couple Decembers back on the channel.
Well, the thing was, I read it, and I was like, "Yeah, this isn't as good as I remember it." And then I was kind of like thinking of trashing it in some video and be like, "Why isn't this Edgar Allan Poe story hold up or whatever?" And then I watched an episode of Shelf Centered where they were talking about cosmic horror and stuff. And I think it was Paul from Shelf Centered was like, Fall of the House of Usher is essentially like one of the first cosmic horror stories.
Yeah.
And I thought about it for a second. I was like, holy crap, he's right. And now I'm like reevaluating the whole thing in my head.
What's this channel you're talking about?
Bryce is self-centered. He shut down.
Check your shelf.
Or no, I'm not.
Check
Check your shelf. That's right.
Who's
I'm
that
sorry.
channel? How am I missing all these channels?
They're awesome.
Check your shelf.
Check your shelf.
Check your shelf.
YOUR. They spell it out. Check your shelf.
Check your shelf. That sounds great.
Good.
I'll have to check their shelf.
Indeed. Nick, I think you would like The Cask of Amontillado.
It's a great story.
That's a really good one. I think it's a great introduction to Poe. I think it would vibe with the stuff that you like to read.
Also, it's about classism.
Oh, I love that. I just had one of my viewers sent me a Poe book, actually.
Oh, fantastic.
And it's actually right here.
Ooh. We almost
Nick's
got him
getting a book. Nick's getting a book.
I've got a 10-volume set of Poe, but I'll bring it out later. Oh my God, that is cool.
Here,
Oh,
I'm
that's
just gonna
cool.
let's get this so people can see.
There we go.
That's a great cover.
I like those pan books. They do a good job.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think you'll like it, Nick. I do.
It has all of the stories you guys are talking about.
And I think Virgil's kind of spot on. Cask of Amontillado is probably the one you'll like the best.
Except for that one.
Oh, dang it.
I haven't read that one in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're done, you can listen to the Alan Parsons Project, Tales of a Mystery and Imagination.
Never.
Yeah, I know. You're punk, I'm prog. It's all right. They're exact opposites. They're exact opposites of each other.
It's true.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Somebody just said Christopher Lee narrates. I do want to hear that, Tim.
It's
sounds
amazing.
awesome.
You can look it up on YouTube. It's fantastic. It takes an already terrifying story and it makes it 10 times scarier.
Christopher Lee's awesome.
I'd listen to Christopher Lee narrate a menu.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Seriously. The Black Cat is a good one, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did you guys watch the new Fall of the House of Usher Poe stories by what's his name? I forgot his name. Everybody
I know
loves
what
him.
you're talking about. I haven't.
Yeah, I watched it all. It was all right. It wasn't Poe, but it was all right.
I've never read a Poe.
Ugh.
I've
Yeah,
never read one.
So okay,
I
I think Cast of Amontillado.
Why am I in a book club with you two?
What should Jake read first?
I have a couple antique editions of Poe, like collections of his work.
Yeah.
And so I need to read something.
What's the one? The Case of M. Vandermeer.
That's
that
a
one.
long one, though.
I think Jake would like that one.
The Case of, I'm writing it down, I'm taking notes.
Or if you want a short one, a really short one, and this one's really
Give me
weird.
both. Case of M. Van
And
Der
M something. I don't know if that's quite how. I don't remember exactly.
No,
how
you're
it was-
close enough. He'll be able to figure it out.
Yeah, you'll be able to figure out from that.
And if you want a really short, really weird one, Silence of Fable.
Or
Silence of Fable. Give me all of them.
The Imp of the Perverse, which
Imp
is
of
I have
the
not read that
Perverse.
one.
it's his most psychological. It is.
Okay.
It's it's him talking about. Sorry, I hope I don't have COVID. Seriously, my
Yeah.
kid has COVID. Hopefully, you guys don't catch it from me.
I'm trying not to.
So, the Imp of the Perverse is a person writing about the concept when you're standing on a cliff and there's a little part of you that's like, Jump
Jump.
off. It'll be fun. Jump. And like I said, Poe was super psychological, but they didn't have words or names for it yet. So he created this concept that there's a little demon imp inside all of us that's just messing with us, trying to get us to do things that go against what we should do. Really wildly good story.
I always thought it was just on your left shoulder
Yeah.
with the angel on the right.
That's right.
There's a really good nautical horror one that he did too, the Maelstrom or something just like that.
Yes.
I don't know that one.
That one as when I was like an adult when I read that for the first time, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was intense. I was like, it like kind of got under my skin.
Yeah, Pat. Those are all. I never got to teach Poe, unfortunately, but yeah, those. I think there's a lot you could unpack in those. Seriously.
Oh yeah.
He also says there's a novel just recently out, T. Kingfisher's "What Moves the Dead," a reimagining of Fall of House of.
I have it, and it's on my TBR.
I've heard someone recommend that to me too. That must be good.
Poe
trivia. What famous writer thought that Poe would have been good if he hadn't read all that Gothic stuff? This is a quote from a book. He wrote this in one of his books.
Wait, hold on. Poe would have been better if he hadn't read a bunch of Gothic stuff.
If he hadn't written a bunch of Gothic stuff, that Gothic nonsense.
What era is this writer from?
I don't know. Probably passed away in like the 70s or 80s. I'm not quite certain.
Weird.
So his primary would have been like the 40s or something, I would think. Maybe even a little earlier. You'd be like, what?
Somebody's guessing Tennyson.
Mm-mm.
It's a really good guess.
Much more pulpy writer. You definitely heard this person. You definitely know who this person is.
Lovecraft? No way. Lovecraft loved Poe.
I was gonna say, he loved Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah. I don't know.
Off Edgar Allan Poe all the time.
Andrea has an answer. Hodgson?
Not Hodgson. Nope.
Chandler?
Not Chandler, but it is a closer guess. It is Chandler.
I could do that too. Look,
Louis L'Amour.
Have you read that?
No,
Louis
but I'm going
L'Amour?
to because of you.
Louis L'Amour.
The cowboy guy.
Think about Louis L'Amour's writing career, and he's like, "Oh, Poe would have been good."
Dude, every time I go on a marketplace, it's a million people trying to sell their Louis L'Amour collection.
Louis L'Amour can kick rocks.
Yeah.
So I was like, "What did he just write?"
Have you read that yet, Richard?
I am. Let's see, halfway through approximately.
Are you having
I
fun?
can't wait.
Yeah. It's very different than what I normally read.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find a physical copy. I should just read the free version on Project Gutenberg, but I want the physical one in my hand.
I was so damn lucky because
I was too.
Jake did that video, and I went to the little library shop I always go to, and there it was, just sitting there. And I was like, "Oh, I just heard about this." So
this is how little I. This is how. Oh, sorry. What did you say, Virgil?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say Horror Babble does a good reading if you can't find a physical copy.
Oh, there's a horror. Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's a good idea.
That was it. This shows you how little I know about the genre. That was a cover buy for me. That was the impulse buy. Like, this is like $10, and which is a stupid, crazy deal. I was like, but it's such a cool cover. I'll give it a try. And then as soon as I posted that video, everybody's like, yes, this is what we're talking about.
I have the Corn cover.
Oh, that's the worst cover. That
Just
cover
the stock of
sucks.
Corn.
Yeah.
It looks like Joe read Clark Ashton Smith before Poe.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
I've read one Clark Ashton Smith like this year, and that's it.
And I like them. I need to read more.
I've read everything before Poe.
That's true.
You
Are you
saving the best for last?
Are you skipping
ice
Poe
cream.
for a reason, Nick, or just never got to it? Or
all I remember is in high school hearing that Raven thing, and I hated it.
Oh,
yeah.
The poem.
I hated that Raven poem.
Probably because you get it shoved down your throat. Like you're gonna like this. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can really ruin something good.
I taught Poe. I taught the Raven. I taught that a lot. Sorry.
You poor thing.
I want to throw out a name that I wonder if you guys ever had this short story in school. It was called Lennon and the Ants. And I love these kind of stories. It was about these sort of these army ants that were marching on this fort, and they were trying to defend this fort from all these ants. And it really got into some horrific scenes of war, and I almost wondered if it was supposed to be some sort of a metaphor for World War II or something like that.
Interesting. No.
Yeah.
No, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It sounds very interesting.
It was. Well, I still remember it. So
Right.
that was from like grade 8, perhaps.
It's like me with the Island of the Blue Dolphins. I can't forget that, but I can't remember exactly how it went either.
I want to find it, but I'm worried that my nostalgia is not going to match up to how good the story really is.
Yeah, Ryan said Homer Simpson does the Raven, and it's funny because when I taught that,
I'm not sure about that spelling there. It looks like fast keyboard spelling.
Yeah, fast keyboard. yeah. But unfortunately, they cut a few really important stanzas in the Simpsons version.
We got some
Carl Stevenson. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Hey. It seems like they still think it, or at least Jeff thinks it still is great. So
yeah,
I would trust Jeff on that.
Yeah. Jeff's a trustworthy fella.
He likes everything. He's read everything and he likes everything.
Jeff likes Louis L'Amour, and apparently Louis L'Amour doesn't know anything. So
what? Yeah, have you ever heard Jeff say he doesn't like something?
Jeff, what do you not like? Tell us right now.
Yeah,
that's a good.
What's your least favorite book, Jeff?
Yeah.
No, what do you hate?
Hate. The first time Jake, I said something like, this is not my favorite. And Jake was like, Chris says this is not my favorite. I'm over here like, I hate this. This is trash.
Let's hope Jeff doesn't name one of us.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Sand and Steel, T.H. Brandt.
How do you say that? In high school, I bought a lot of the Chaosium.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Cthulhu
RPG. Oh.
Though I missed buying the Henry Kuttner collection, the Book of Laud.
I like Kuttner. Kuttner's good.
Yeah, I like Kuttner.
Those are Chaos and did some good stuff. I think I have a couple myself.
Any of you guys ever read any Rudy Rucker?
He's on my list.
I've never even heard of him.
I've sort of done a few cyberpunk type novels, and I think his Wetware is the one that I'm looking to read eventually.
Very cool.
Oh, Iod, not Laud. Iod. That's Iod.
Trying too hard, Chris. You're trying too hard.
That's what happens at 2.5 hours.
You should see what happens at 7.
Yeah. Let's keep going. You'll really see some craziness in 7 hours.
Oh, for those who don't know, Chris, Virgil, and I were in a 7-hour session of three episodes for about talking about R.A. Lafferty with Dr. Octor.
Dr. Octopus?
Daniel Otto Jack Peterson.
Daniel Otto Jack Peterson, who has a couple nicknames. I'm actually going to get together with him sometime in September to talk Solaris by Lem.
That's
awesome. Looking forward to that.
It's going to be so good.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah, but we recorded straight up. We started at 3 my time, and I was done at 10:30.
Yeah, it was.
I was hungry. I was a little pissed, but not too bad. I was tired and a little bored. And it was really fun. I know that sounds strange, but I mean the conversation was incredible. But that amount of time, like all the way up to like 5 hours, I think I was fine. And then
we were a little punch drunk at the end.
Yeah, then it just started wearing a little bit.
But you know, he was up till 4 a.m. his time, I think.
Nuts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He loves Lafferty, and so
yeah.
But you know what? I think that's really where it kind of cemented a friendship here with Virgil and Chris too. At that moment.
Yeah.
Oh, Virgil's upset about that.
He's like, "Forget that, I'm out."
Speak for yourself.
That's hilarious.
Virgil had a flashback. He was like, 7 hours.
I'm out.
Get me out. Get me out.
I'm going to pull my phone over here just in case he texts me.
I'll watch to see if he comes back in.
Yeah.
It looks like Levi's back.
Yeah, I saw Levi's back.
Don't highlight his comment. He doesn't deserve it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. No, I don't need to see that. Thank you.
Man down, says Joe.
We got Jeff's book here that.
Yeah.
I haven't ever read Rabbit Run by John Updike.
That's a good answer, Jeff, because literary fiction is
what? You can't say all of literary fiction is bad.
You just did.
Chris.
No, there is so much great literary fiction.
I'm just kidding. Oh my
All
God.
right. So what's John Updike's big book? What's the one that everybody knows?
Wasn't there a movie with like Bruce Willis of one of his books? I think that's his big book. I don't know because I haven't watched it or read it.
I don't think he's going to stay. I don't think he's going to age well. I don't think he's going to be that popular. Oh, Virgil texted me. Let's see.
Okay. Everybody's waiting for Virgil's text.
I think my internet dropped. 1 minute. Witches of Eastwick. Is that John Updike?
I'm thinking that
I have that. Yeah.
I don't know.
By the way, I like your icon.
Yeah, they got the Fallout icon.
Seriously. I don't know, Big Hoagie.
Yeah.
I could go for a big hoagie right now.
For real. that Donaldson series, I DNF'd the first book. Boring.
Oh, I guess we're getting people telling us which books they don't like anymore.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that's not a bad topic.
Well, and Jeff, I have to agree a little bit. It is strange that sometimes the stuff people decides has great literary merit doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Jeff just tear into something.
Yeah.
And just rip it apart.
Yeah, we should all make a 10 books I hate video and just see what happens to our channels.
We tried to get Jeff to we read the Reassembled Man, and he
well, that
was
didn't
so
get
fair
him.
about it.
Oh,
yes, The World According to Garp.
That's not right.
Is that Updike though? Yeah, that's got to be
Remember-
Updike. Yeah,
yeah.
that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Boy, there's a lot of movies from his books. If these are all
Ethan Fromm's not Updike. No, is that who wrote? I don't know what's happening now.
Here, let's go to Pat. Pat knows things.
Pat knows things. Yep.
Yeah.
She reads.
Garp is John Irving. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, The World According to Garp is his big ol' everybody knows it book.
Yeah.
All right, everybody's telling us now.
Yeah.
We're also stupid.
I know things. I think Pat knows way more than I know.
Yeah.
Pat's the step up then.
Yeah.
If Richard can't answer it, then Pat can. Okay, he says he's back. Just look down, Richard.
I see him there. Yeah.
Good.
No, leave him there. Oh.
There you go.
Oh,
boom! That was super weird. It was like this. There was no everything was like boom. Your internet connection is like what the hell just happened? I guess I had to go put a couple quarters in.
I was gonna say it was Paul Anderson again.
I don't know what happened. Back to that's right. Back to Redwall. We're going right back.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Redwall was started because, according to Brian Jakes, all of the literary fiction at his school was trash, and so he wanted to write something better for his students to read. So
that's interesting. I never knew that.
Which Redwall is the best? How many you've read them all?
I'm confused.
I read them all.
Did Captain Infinity have his own live stream?
We lapped him.
He didn't invite us?
Does he have a channel? Like, what's happening here?
We don't
You
know.
have to check that out, or else you'll have to answer.
Yeah. Wow.
Tim. So Tim, which is the best? Have you read other Redwalls?
Oh, I've read probably 11 of the 22.
Which is the best?
Killing me.
You Vic. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I haven't gotten anywhere close to finishing the series. I'm gonna do a big ranking video when I finish it.
How many are there?
Don't spoil it here, then. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm eagerly awaiting.
How
So
many
far,
are
though-
there?
So far, though, this one's probably going to be high up on there. Salamandastron's pretty. This is like Battle of Helm's Deep with badgers and weasels.
Badgers and weasels. That's all you need.
Yep.
Badgers and weasels.
That's
What
really
about Stoats?
cool, man. I'll go check it out.
Yeah, we'll check that out for sure.
All I got to say about Redwall is those Redwall videos are a bomb.
Thanks, Dad.
I like L Space Archives saying Nick is about to lose his internet.
I did.
Uh-oh.
For real. It is like I gotta go to bed and stuff.
It's Nick's bedtime, you guys. Yeah, Pat's leaving too.
Yeah. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe we should
Maybe that's
wrap
a
this up
sign.
a little bit here. Anyone have any last thoughts?
Why did
Oh,
Joe
please.
ask me if I have Ellison in Wonderland? Alice in Wonderland.
He just wanted to see if you could find it.
Just trying to
All
see.
right.
Trying to think. We're trying to get you. We were trying to see how many times we can get you up.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, luckily, science fiction isn't the way to do it because I have it all
Oh.
right here.
You guys got to go.
We're
to
at
the
6
Gothic.
so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask him for a certain number of the Daw books.
Ooh, that's a
I'd like
good
to
idea.
see
Do you have number
385.
343?
I could do that, but I'd definitely have to get up and put my butt in the camera while I did
How
it.
you do it, people?
Yeah.
Wait, before we go, this Sunday,
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Now I have to get up.
I'm not
Ooh,
there, but
at
I got
your
one too.
core.
at your score.
This is the-
channel Secret Fire.
Yes. Now, so
Yeah.
at your core, that's the one. It's got like dinosaurs and all. Yeah. Where time
It
is
has
different,
Doug
right?
McClure,
Yeah, there's
Caroline
it's-
Monroe.
I got to write this down so I can advertise it on my channel.
Are we doing the movie too? Talking about the movie too?
Is
well,
it
I
already?
haven't watched the movie, but I can try to find it real quick before
It's
Sunday.
free on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Does
I
the
just
live
haven't watched it.
It's so whacked out, and I freaking love that. That's one of my favorite Hollow Earth books. It's so freaking wacky. It's awesome.
Nice.
Dawn number 91?
And you
I
got
might have
Michael K. Vaughn
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
and
I
Roger.
don't know how I did it.
Is it already up? Is there already a link I can share?
Yeah, it's on
Okay.
my channel.
Yeah.
All right, I got to remember this. Share. Eves. I'm so
It
glad you
was-
guys are watching me do this.
It was my first Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
There's something attributed to Jake here. I'm not sure about.
The Earth Core. We can't do that. This book sucks. Wait, what?
Did you say that?
No.
Okay.
It sounds
What
like
are you
something
talking
good.
about?
Well, he might have in another book review.
It's possible, I guess.
I mean, he will. He'll school us on basically anything because
Awesome.
he knows.
Who cares about Michael K. Vaughn? Is Roger going to be there?
I don't know. That's the scary part. I don't know.
Just kidding, Michael. I like you.
What if Michael K. Vaughn shows up and he's just wearing like a t-shirt and sweatpants, and we're like,
Oh my god.
this sucks. And we're gonna end this early. He's just on his couch like a normal person. We're like, well, thanks everybody for showing up. See you later, Mike. You know?
Oh my goodness.
That's awesome. Has he ever? I don't know if I've ever seen him on a live stream. Does he do live streams? Oh, this is
No.
awesome.
Yeah.
He's exclusive.
His exact reply when I asked him about it was, "I usually avoid live streams like the plague, but for you guys, I'll make an exception." And I thought
Oh.
that was very, very.
That's
No, he
freaking
said for
amazing.
you, Tim, he'll make an exception.
You.
He doesn't
Yeah.
care about Nick and I.
Yeah. He's like, there's
know
my
who you
Red
are.
Bull guy. Right
He doesn't
there.
know Nick and myself at all.
Looks like here's a prediction, I think.
Little
Liminal tailgate.
Oh,
Maybe.
interesting.
Have you read Edgar Rice Burroughs, Chris?
Yeah, I had to read him in a naturalism class. I had to read Tarzan. And that's
Tarzan is
all,
probably his best book. Like his most.
which is why I didn't read it
literary.
anymore because I didn't care for
Yeah.
Tarzan very much. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
There's lots of things to love about Tarzan. I mean, who else in literature anywhere has ever taught themselves how to read?
I know. After being raised by apes for what was
Hey,
it,
nope.
20-something years, he just.
He
By himself.
teaches himself to read with no human interaction.
Mhm.
The
So does
best part-
Frankenstein's monster.
Well, he listens
best-
to people. Tarzan has never heard human speech or anything, right? It's just
Oh, so he
It's
just looked
literally-
at stuff on pages and figured it out.
picture books. He looks at
Yeah.
picture books and he learns how to read and write.
Learns
The
how to
best thing
read,
about
write, and speak
Tarzan-
French.
Well,
The
that comes
best
out of
thing
yes.
about Tarzan is the Phil Collins soundtrack.
Oh yeah, I'm with you on that, Jake.
I want to know.
Can you show me?
Oh, dude, I have like half that. So, funny thing, I have half of that soundtrack on the playlist that we use at the shop. So I hear Phil Collins singing Tarzan all day at work.
You'll be in my heart. Come on,
Jam. Love
and
it.
You'll be in my heart.
So good.
Is this how the stream's gonna open?
I think this is how it's going to end here.
And in the
We
Disney
continue.
version, he speaks with an American accent after being taught by a British Jane.
Don't be poking holes in my childhood, Chris.
That's not me. That's Andrea.
Yeah.
Oh, you too, Andrea. Don't be doing that to me.
Take that back, Chris. Jeff, we'll talk about it. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it in a couple weeks
That'd be great.
or a week or whenever that's happening.
Actually,
It's happening.
does anybody else have something that they want to promote coming up as well?
On Friday,
Yes.
Jake and I are talking about DAW books
Yeah.
on
trying
my
to
channel.
talk that
Jake,
to
is
you.
that all right? You want to do it on my
And
channel?
probably singing a lot of Phil Collins while we're
Yeah,
at it.
yeah.
Daw and
you
Phil
guys gonna
Collins
call it-
live stream.
Yeah.
Are you
And
going to
then-
call it DAW is live?
Yes, now we are.
Oh, yes.
We're
We're literally planning it just this second. So yes.
it's true. Jeff's going to be on the next literally liminal, which
Nice.
is Wednesday, the
Wednesday,
20.
27th.
Yeah, thank you, Virgil. Yeah, and we're excited about that. Talking to Jeff.
Try to get him to say something negative.
Yeah, I was gonna say, ask him all the
Yeah.
stuff he doesn't like.
Well, he's going to start with negative to me about how I didn't like Tarzan.
Well,
That's
yeah,
probably
there you
where
go.
we're going to
Also
start.
hates Disney's. Oh,
Oh, good. There we go.
It's like we're trying to corrupt Jeff here now.
Yes, let the hate flow through you.
We just want to bring him down to our level.
Captain Finity says maybe Tarzan was taught English by Kevin Costner's Robin Hood.
and that's what you call a callback.
That's the part
Well
to end it.
done. Well done.
That's it
Captain.
right there. Oh no, everybody else has to plug their channel. Sorry, that was a good joke.
By the way, I really enjoyed all that the Pulp Fest coverage you guys
Oh,
had too.
so
Thank you
good.
for that. Bit envious. I think I got to find a way to make it down to the next one.
Next year, boys, you need to make it for sure.
So here's what we got to do, Richard. We got to put together a panel idea, call them,
Yep.
get on a panel, make them fly us out.
I like that.
Just
Yeah,
send them
let's-
this video.
That's
Yeah,
right.
let's do
That's
that.
right.
Let's do
Boom.
that.
Starting to work now.
I don't want to pay for it.
That's right.
I just want to be
Luxury.
there.
All right. I think we're going to end this here.
Okay.
So, thank you everybody for joining us. It's really fun. And thank you guys. I really appreciate it's really fun to get
Thank
you
you,
all
everybody.
in sort of the same room here and just to have a good time together. And I
That was
appreciate
fun.
some of your memories about reading books. So take care, everyone. We're going to wave while we see this end here.